Time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. Yes, I know I'm 16 minutes late. What the heck? Yeah, lots of times it's we're trying to transfer a file and it just won't transfer, and so I'll have to do I'll have to troubleshoot, or or there's a delay. We'll get set up, and like AP will hear me like 5 seconds after I speak, so we'll have to shut everything down and stuff. Normally it's stuff like that. But today's totally different. I was live because I just got back 15 minutes ago from the Quran Demolition Ranch. The Quran Demolition Ranch, everybody. This was absolutely insane. For many reasons, many reasons. People saying, yes, this is Hatun's favorite topic. Yeah, we are talking about Hatun's favorite topic, which is Somalis stealing millions of dollars from white people. But Hatun's other favorite topic is what we're doing at the Quran Demolition Ranch. So, guys, if anyone's new here, if anyone hasn't been paying attention, I don't know how much you've been paying attention, Hatun. Oh yeah, no, you knew. Matter of fact, I think you were the first one to message me that what's his face doxed me. Malik doxed me.
Yeah.
You heard of this guy, Malik? So
we never heard of him until December, and now he is the guy who is causing some pain to the Quran, right? Lots of pain.
Oh, no one has ever caused pain to the Quran like this dude. So anyway, I mentioned in some previous live stream that my oldest son, who's never shown the slightest interest in like following in my steps at all, he's not interested. We both like classic rock. Apart from that, not a lot of similar interests. Anyway. A few days ago, we decided to go to a Quran Demolition Ranch and do some damage to some Qurans. And he said he wanted to go. And I said, hey, you want to watch? He goes, no, I want to go on camera. I want to go on camera. And he just went off on camera. He's like, and he said it. He said, I didn't care a lot about, what my dad did. Thought it was kind of cool. I never had any inclination to do so. But now you're threatening my mom. Anyway, wait, let me back up slightly. So, he asked me for one of my big Qurans, because I got some big Qurans. He made a 4 foot by 8 foot plywood Quran display. So he covered the thing in Qurans, and then he let dogs pee on it and stuff like this. That was before. Then we brought that to the Quran Demolition Ranch. He just wanted to shoot that thing, right? So he wanted a big target covered in the Quran. But we get there, and L from L-I-S-O Elohim and Eric. So it was me, Thaddeus, Eric, your brother in Christ, and his wife L. And then my son wanted to come. So he brings this big 4 foot by 8 foot Quran board, and turns out L showed up with a vat of pig's blood. Right? Okay, so here's where things get interesting. So Elle takes this big, giant 4 foot by 8 foot Quran display, and she paints a Muhammad cartoon on it in pig's blood. But he has a pig nose. Yeah, and then someone had a nail gun. So she had Muhammad holding a platter, and wasn't sure what. First, I was like, "What you put in the platter and stuff?" But then I used a nail gun to nail this giant Quran to Muhammad's platter. So it's pig blood Muhammad holding up like a big, like actual Quran that I nailed there. And the goal was for everyone to try actually shooting it so much that the Quran actually like falls off or disintegrates. But I put like 20 nails in that thing, so everyone's just shooting it. It's like disintegrating, but it's still on there because I used a nail gun to put all these nails in it. And anyway, so my son, someone hands him a 12 gauge, And he gives his little speech, and he says, I've never been interested in any of this stuff, but you're going after my mom? You're going after my mom? Not only will I follow in my father's footsteps, I will surpass him because he can't do this. And he shoots a 12 gauge, one arm. No one does that. No one shoots a 12 gauge, one arm. He shoots one arm and blows Pig Blood Muhammad's testicles off. And and then everyone takes turns trying to shoot this Quran off till it was borderline disintegrated. Eventually, Eric had to shoot it like execution style, like right up to it, and then it eventually fell off. So Elle has this character called Silly J, which is Lily J, but well, pretty much the same. So she has this character Silly J where she imitates Lily J. And then Eric is going to be dressed up like Dr. Malik, and they try to revive the Quran because he's a doctor. And so it doesn't work. Anyway, long story short, that part ended up with they can't revive the Quran, but she's still happy that there's this beautiful Quran artwork beautiful Muhammad artwork that's still there. But then it cuts back to the Muhammad artwork. And it's got me. You don't seem like you watched horror movies back in the day, although you are Turkish, so you may have. But it's got me as Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and my son as Michael Myers, and we square off like we're ready to fight. But then we see the Pig Blood Muhammad, and we're more disturbed by him, and we turn like who's going to do it? And he sees I have a chainsaw, so I fire up my chainsaw, and he's just got a machete, so he's like, "You go ahead and do it." And then I chainsaw Muhammad into little bits, and then. My son gets a flamethrower as I'm giving like the takeaway message to not go after women. And I'm sitting there talking to the camera. He's behind me with a flamethrower, just burning up Muhammad and the Quran. And I'm not putting this in the video, but then he got ticked off and peed on the flames. I'm not going to put him peeing on Muhammad burning. Anyway, so that's what was going on today. We also had a white Quran. And I said, this is Muhammad. And then all of a sudden it was surrounded by 30 black Qurans. And anyway, we got stuff for Zoot Remembrance Day. And then also coming up, Salwan Momika was killed on January 29th. This is the 1-year anniversary coming up. So we went ahead and made a preemptive video. But it was cool because I tried it on camera. I've never tried this before. But if you take some high proof liquor, you can actually spit fire. I didn't know if it was going to blow up in my face or anything like that, but I went ahead and did it. And it was started off with this Quran, and the Quran's on fire, and we have this giant pit filled with Qurans, and then I put this 150 proof stuff, and I blew the fire. I spit the fire of one Quran onto this other pile of Quran. Anyway, that's where we were at. So that's why I was 15 minutes late, guys. Can you spare me 15 minutes, everyone? Been kind of a busy day.
So where is the evidence?
Oh, you're going to see, you guys will start seeing the evidence real quick. Look. So, oh yeah, they also said they wanted a Charlie Kirk. These guys were saying they wanted a Charlie Kirk me. So I made an entire, video of, Charlie Kirk testing what a 30-06 would do to the Quran. I'm going to try and get the Charlie Kirk video up tomorrow. The first Quran Demolition Ranch video, probably the next day. That's, oh my goodness. Flamethrower, chainsaw. Was not a pretty day. Was not a pretty day for the Quran. Let's just say that. Hey, why'd my camera go out? What the heck?
Well, I'm not sure whether should I believe you until we see any evidence, David.
Oh, we got the evidence. We got the proof. We got the proof because we got the hak and the hikmah. We got the hak and the hikmah. No, you got all these low hikmah. You got all these low hikmah Muslims like Malik. Oh yeah, Malik got called out quite a few times. Quite a few times, I say. I will be seriously impressed if he's still going after us a week from now. I will be like, respect, man. Can't respect your intelligence because you're a moron. Can't respect your morality because you're an evil scumbag. But I respect relentlessness. I respect people who just like keep going and keep going and keep going no matter what happens. Oh, wild times.
Well, he wanted to be famous. Now he's being famous for causing the biggest destruction of the Quran.
No one's ever caused this ever.
Well, we don't know. Someone might come next month and then do something, causes something else. But right now, he's the kind of most awesome one, right?
Oh yeah, he's the best. Someone's gonna have to do some serious work to surpass this dude. But I'm thinking after this Quran demolition ranch and all this other stuff, it's gonna be. I think if someone else like, hey, I got a brilliant idea, I'm gonna go attack people's wives. I think the ummah's gonna be like, we will destroy you if you even try it, because we saw what happened last time, and it was not pretty. It was not pretty. And I, of course, am not allowed to use a firearm, so but I did get to use a crossbow, and I used a. Someone brought a pink Red Ryder BB gun, and I went ahead and shot a page of the Quran with a pink Red Ryder BB gun.
Very strong of you.
It's wild, wild stuff. Wild, wild, wild stuff. Lots of some holes in the narrative, let's say. All right, how you doing, Hatun?
How many Quran did you destroy? How
You know,
much he cost us? How much does he cost us?
you know what was crazy? The whole time we were trying to get rid of that one Quran that I nailed using 30 nails to to that big board. It took us all day of shooting that thing with everything else before it finally fell off. But we got started yesterday. How many Qurans did we destroy? If you count the Salwan Momika burnings, and me spitting, I soaked them in what's called Everclear. That's like 190 proof grain alcohol. We soaked a big pile of Qurans in Everclear, and then I spit fire to ignite it all. But if you count those, I don't know, maybe 60, 70. But that was kind of then we ran out of time because it was all dark and stuff. And but there were other people who had all kinds of stuff. They had tannerite. Tannerite, that's like explosive that you shoot it and it explodes and stuff like that. And they had all this tannerite, and they're like, and then they got this giant drill that drills the same size hole as a canister of tannerite. And we didn't get to that, so we didn't actually get to blowing up Qurans, but we have that locked and loaded. We still have piles of Qurans, and we still have bundles of tannerite for blowing up Qurans. Anyway, everyone's ready to go on the drop of a dime at this point if someone keeps messing with people.
Very nice, very nice.
It is. So anyway, guys, that's why I was 15 minutes late. Y'all gonna stop complaining?
Well, I am not sure if your excuse is justifiable, though. Like, you shouldn't be late unless you are dead.
We'll see.
You might get a little bit mercy if we see the evidence, because right now those are just a claim, David.
Yeah. And I have to say, yeah, Malik, better get me now, buddy. I mean, right now, before we put this stuff out here, because you're going down in history, buddy. You're going down in history. Legend status when it comes to destroying Qurans. Crazy.
Well, he's got your address, and I'm sure your dog will be barking when there's a stranger at the door.
No. Better bring about 8 strangers to the door, Malik. Or you will lose. You better hope one of my other boys is in here. Because then you'll need like 15. Anyway. Someone said, look at this. Someone said, dang, being schooled on being on time by a Turk. For shame, David. That is the...
I was just joking. Like, those things happen. In case like someone gonna use that like against you stuff, I'll just give.
No, we're all good. We're all good. Oh, we're all good. So anyway, did you watch the new Nick Shirley?
No.
No?
I saw it. I saw it. I didn't watch it. It's like almost an hour long.
Yeah, because you're the one who pointed out to me that there's a new one. I didn't watch it
I,
yet, but here's what was funny. I had to import it, and then I just scrolled through real quick to see if there's a good screenshot, and there's a screenshot where they had covered up Leering Center. They're having it fixed. Now you can see underneath the repair that it says Learning Center, but it's not fully ready yet. So they're fixing it to Learning Center. But Nick shows up to talk to the owner of the Leering Center, but now the Learning Center. But he's got a Leering Center sweatshirt on. This Nick dude has a Leering Center and he's talking to. But anyway, it's funny. But now all these places are packed with cars. They're all packed with cars now because they're all like really doing the job that they've been paid millions of dollars to do and stuff. So that's
yeah,
all
when I saw it, I saw him with the shirt, with the hoodie. He was like kind of advertising it to sell it. I was just like, okay, that's how I know he's got a new video about it. So I didn't watch it, but should be interesting.
It looks good. And also he was called, I have this clip. Matter of fact, we'll start with this clip. I have the clip of him. He testified before Congress. So I didn't see that. Let's go ahead and watch that because that one's short. That's only like 4 or 5 minutes or something. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this is Nick Shirley, guys. If you weren't here last time, it turns out there's a lot of Somali fraud to the tune of billions of dollars in Minnesota. And one guy went around for a day investigating all these places that are getting millions of dollars in taxpayer money to run all these daycares and so on. And they're all fake. They're all fake. And then he was finding all these medical centers and stuff. They're fake. They're fake. They get millions of dollars from the U.S. government. They don't do anything. And it's all just fake.
I'm not sure if he was doing investigation or not. I think he was more looking for place for Joy, right?
Oh yeah, what is that? The kid's name, Joey?
Yeah.
Poor little Joey. He's the real victim in all this.
Yeah. Whole day he couldn't find place for Joy.
Yeah, he was trying to. So he goes around to all these daycares, which never have anyone there, and no one ever goes in there because it's fake. They're fake daycares, and he's just looking for a place for his poor little kid Joey. And then he's asking them, "Hey, if I bring my kid here, will there be any friends for little Joey?" No, no friends for Joey. It's like, what the heck is wrong? Like, it's a real daycare. So, but it was cool. The coolest part of that whole thing was we found out what Hatun finds most funny in life and in this world. And again, that is Somalis taking millions of dollars from dumb, gullible white people who. So anyway, when she said there was another one, I'm like, oh, we have to watch this. But let's go ahead and check out his testimony before Congress. And guys, I mean, on a serious note, it is absolutely crazy. There's all this fraud going on. A guy goes in there, points it all out. Now, there was another guy who was doing like the difficult work before Nick Shirley ever got there. He's going around actually just like, and he said he just noticed that, hey, all these Somali daycares are like, their windows are all blacked out. I never see anyone there. What's going on here? And then finds out they get all this money. And so he'd been trying to get people's attention. No one in the government cared even slightly. No one wants to point it out or call it out because these guys will vote for you if you keep quiet on what they're doing. But Nick Shirley shows up. He goes around, just records a bunch of stuff, and it blows up, and then it gets everyone's attention. But he was then asked to go and testify before Congress. So let's check this out.
Mr. Shirley, you're recognized for your opening statement.
Awesome. I'm here today to speak on behalf of all hardworking, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens here inside of the United States.
What about people like me? Who's going to speak for me? Huh?
Well, you've got Quran is going to speak for you.
Oh, that Quran is speaking today. He's pretty mad. Quran is pretty mad.
You've got blood of pigs are going to speak for you. Don't worry about yourself.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet. So the video kind of ends with Michael Myers and Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, meeting and stuff. And then I give an outro and talk about some helpful words of wisdom for all our doxing friends and so on. I haven't decided, since they weren't able to revive the Quran. I haven't decided yet whether to have a teaser at the end where maybe that Quran comes back as zombie Quran. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Like its eyes open or something like that. And then it's a zombie Quran and then it's going brains. It wants to eat brains. I don't know. I'll have to see. But here we go.
I've helped bring to light widespread fraud that's happening inside our nation, and we the people have had enough of our hard-earned money going towards fraudsters as if it's no big deal. As I speak here, I want to ask everyone a question. How much do we trust when we pay our taxes it's going to benefit our nation?
Not a bit.
People erupted during the Boston Tea Party over just a few percentages as they believed they were being taxed without representation. Nowadays,
Yeah, plus there's a bunch of British people, and it was tea. And we're Americans. We drink coffee, not tea. So dump your stinking tea in our stinking harbor.
we have the representation, but do we trust our representatives? My name is Nick Shirley, and I made a 41-minute video that I posted on platforms like X and YouTube. My video received over 100 million views, and it created instant change within our government. As the federal government launched investigations in departments such as Health and Human Services froze over $185 million in child care funding until businesses can prove they are legitimate businesses.
Oh, that's why. So they froze it. So then all these places that were obviously fake, the government didn't say, oh, okay, now no more money for you. They say, we're freezing your money, meaning we're not handing you any extra money until you prove that you're legitimate. That's why they're all, because I figure okay, the scam is up. Let's go do something else. And it's like, why are they trying so hard? They were exposed as obvious frauds. So, so the government didn't say too late for you. They said, okay, you have to prove that you're legitimate. So now they're scrambling to do that. And they changed the sign to the Learning Center from the Leering Center.
But instead of kind of giving them, okay, we've been giving you this money all last 5-6 years. Now prove that you are doing what you're supposed to do, instead of asking them gently. I think they just needed to turn up the door. Okay, you are not doing what you're supposed to do. Give us the money back. That's how it's supposed to be, I think.
Yep. So maybe, it'd be like absolutely hilarious and awesome to the point where it would actually be funny if it happens. If that Leering Center keeps going, right? Like if there's, hey, we changed it. We added an N. We fixed it. We got the N. We got the N now. And we got some cars out front. So, and the government's like, okay, here's your millions of dollars. Wow.
No,
I actually became aware of the fraud that was happening in Minnesota in June of 2025 as I was there for a separate video, and Minnesotans started reaching out to me, asking me if I was making a video on the fraud. I said, well, what fraud? And this lady, she was a real estate agent, and she says, well, I'm having a hard time selling my properties because people are curious about these assisted livings that are popping up next door to some of the houses that we're buying, or the home health care clinics that are popping up, and we don't know who's next to these houses that we're trying to sell. And I said, well, I'm not going to come and make a video if I don't have any proof. So therefore, I left Minnesota, and I continued to look for fraud in the best way I could. And as I was getting my own information, a man by the name of David reached out to me, and he said, hey, I have been investigating this fraud for years now. I have been driving by these child care centers. I've never seen a single child, and I have received the information from the state of Minnesota as to how much money these places are receiving. I said, great, let me come to Minnesota and we'll make this video about potential fraud that was taking place inside of Minnesota. We go to a daycare, and I'm instantly surprised by what we see. We arrived, and it was an industrialized building, and there was 2 daycares registered at that building. And the first thing I noticed is all the windows are blacked out, and there's no footprints in the snow of any children. There's no playgrounds or anything that would make it look like it's a child care. But above me, a sign read, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. But there was nobody there. The doorbell did not even work. And then we continued to go to other daycares, and we noticed the same pattern. No children, blacked out windows, and one daycare, a learning center,
Leering.
spelled Quality Leering Center instead of Quality Learning Center.
Leering.
They had received $1.9 million Yet with that $1.9 million, they could not even spell leering right on their sign.
Expensive to get signs right?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, what he meets the owner of Quality Leering Center. Let's just say top-notch scholar. Top-notch, brilliant scholar, as we'll soon see.
Better than his profit, though.
That's what I mean.
Better than
That isn't that weird? It's like with Malik, right? Malik, like every other word is misspelled. He didn't know basic grammar, and he was supposedly in med school. I need to see that verified, because like, how do you even get into med school if you're like barely literate and stuff? And then like Quality Leering Center, that's what's considered quality leering and stuff. And this is like a good place to go. And you think, gosh, like you can't even spell. But here's the thing: compared to their profit, these guys are like super Oxford scholars compared to Muhammad. And so it's like, you kind of can't look down on them, right? Because they've massively improved from Muhammad. You can't, in other words, you can't compare them to other people. You got to compare them to their prophet. He's the standard. So they're way beyond they're way above the standard, like massively above the standard. So anyway, it's good to look on the bright side like that. Bright side. Back to Nick.
Waltz has said he's been fighting fraud in Minnesota since 2019,
doing a bang-up
and
job.
said the buck stops with him. However, how long would it take for you to notice $1 million leaving your bank account?
Like a fraction of a second.
And not knowing where it's going. That's essentially what had been happening in Minnesota for years, as billions of dollars has been misplaced. And meanwhile, while people like Governor Tim Walz call people like me a white supremacist, delusional conspiracy theorist, he actually decided to drop out of re-election because I believe of how deep and extensive this fraud is. Thank you very much.
People clapped because the dude dropped out of the race. That is funny.
Since my reporting, the HHS department froze over $185 million, and to this day, not a single business has been able to prove proof of legitimacy. How fast would you be proving that you are a legitimate business if you have children to actually feed and to take care of? You'd be sending in that paperwork instantly.
8 seconds.
I made this video to document the widespread fraud that has been taking place, as I truly believe all fraud is bad. And people like me, my generation, we're sick of seeing tax dollars go towards fraud. We just want to have the same opportunities that our fathers and our grandparents had. And when you see people making millions of dollars by committing fraud, it upsets everybody from all age demographics. And so I hope today we can have a good conversation, and I think we can all agree that fraud is bad and that fraud is fraud. And I wish the best for our country, and I think that's what needs to be happening, is to crack down on all forms of fraud. So thank you for having me, and God bless the USA.
That's what he came up with. Fraud is bad. That's the takeaway. Fraud is bad.
He was very simple guy, and that's a good. So if your congressmen or whoever those people were, if they knew fraud was bad, they wouldn't allow it to happen this long. So,
yes, it does seem
Nick
like
said,
everyone's like, is fraud good? Is it bad? We don't know. We don't know. We need some dude to come in and tell us. And he's like, hey, fraud is bad. And like, oh, okay. Well, maybe we should do something about it. So that's good. It's good he showed up and told everyone that fraud is bad.
I guess from that now, because of that, $185 million is being frozen, right? Because people, oh yeah, this is bad. So think very practically, okay? This guy goes to Minnesota in June, and he puts up the video around November or December. Like he goes back in November and December to record all these kind of things and then puts them up. I think it was sometime in end of November or something. And right now we are in January. So within a month, he went back. He went back for follow-up. Doesn't matter if he just very simple says fraud is bad or not. this guy is very, very brave man. He is very brave to turn up to the place. Now he caused that very place to be famous and in attention of everyone. He went back for the follow-up investigation, or to follow up and then find place for joy, whatever you say. But those very simple statements: fraud is bad. Oh, I noticed this is daycare, but there are no windows. Oh, there are no footprints. It's snow. All that very basic things. You Americans didn't think about it. The people who are giving money they didn't think about it. So young white man, brave one, turning up and educating people, and probably they are not paying him for going to that meeting, right?
Mm-hmm. And look at this. What is this mess here? Look at this. He said to me, dude, leave Nick alone. He was nervous as hell. What? Wait a minute. This dude who rolls right up in the middle of 100 Somalis and says, you're all committing fraud. I'm gonna get the government to cancel millions of dollars from all of you. That guy was nervous. Huh? Because he kind of seems to, I guess it can be. I guess you could have a personality where you're okay going out and it doesn't, there could be people threatening you and stuff like that. But then if you sit in front of Congress, then all of a sudden you're nervous. I guess that could happen. But he needs to man up and quit whining. And quit just saying, hey, fraud is bad. No, I'm just kidding, everyone. That's here's what's really weird. If that much fraud, you're talking billions of dollars, because he exposed over $100 million in one day, just going to some of the places, and it's like all over the place. So it's like it's way beyond that, and it's even going on in other states and stuff like that. And it's not just, hey, people are taking money just to live off it and stuff like that. They're sending piles and piles and piles of money back to Somalia, and it's funding terrorist organizations. It's funding Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab is getting paid from some of those scams and stuff like that. And so it's kind of funny because he goes in front of Congress and it's like, I guess I do have to take things back to the most basic level for you all, since you're not doing anything right. So guys, I have to be clear. Okay, you're Congress. You're doing nothing. Fraud is bad, guys. Y'all get that? Fraud is bad? Okay. If it's bad, should maybe we try to stop it? Is that too much? That too much for you guys? That too much for you, Congress? Huh? Crazy times.
People are not talking about how he verbalized things. People are talking about his fundings and how his fundings shows U.S. government is corrupted and causing corruption within its citizens. That's what it is. Okay, he didn't choose the right words. Maybe he didn't go to what was that word Yasir Kadi used for? He used it, people like you.
Ultra crepidarian?
Yeah, maybe he didn't know all those big words.
He didn't know the fancy words like Yasir Kadi.
Yeah, but people are talking about his fundings, and then everyone is disturbed by it. That is very, very good. But as I said, I am very I don't know if this is the right word or not, but I'm very humble that this gentleman is brave enough to go back into place where he caused huge damage within the community, within the government, and within its own citizens or own guests, like immigrants, all those kind of things. He's brave enough to go back for the follow-up meetings. And there will be people after him. Like, no one should be surprised if someone turns out his house and then, you were just white supremacist.
No, I mean, it's serious because, so it's not just like the local people who are scamming the government and stuff like that, right? You've got government officials who are connected to it and stuff like that. So they're helping keep quiet about it over votes. So you have people in places of power. And then if a portion of this money is going to fund actual terrorists, now you're messing with actual terrorists and their funding. And so this guy just made a lot of enemies, but yep, hats off to him. And it is, we do need to start watching because it is hilarious that he goes right back to the, I don't know what's cooler, him going back to the Quality Learning Center to talk to the owner in the parking lot with a bunch of them, or the fact that the Quality Learning Center guy stuck to his guns and I'll just add an N. I'm gonna add an N and try to get my funding back. That's like, I don't know. It's kind of, you got to kind of respect that. You got to kind of, respect all the evil stuff, but the fact that he's just like, you know what? All right, I've been exposed. Over 100 million people are making fun of me. People are walking around saying quality, with wearing Quality Learning shirts to make fun of my whole scam and call me an idiot. You know what? I'm going to add an N and just keep going. I'm going to add an N, fix my sign, and I want my millions coming in again. Just hats off to him. Hats off. That's a funny dude. Let's take these first couple super chats and what's that?
So here's the thing. You said he went back and then in that child care, he got to meet with the owner. I think, so one of the things, I haven't watched the video. I just saw it was on Twitter. One of the things I am assuming, since that is the great opportunity for the owner, for the boss of that child care, to bring up all the documents and then show this gentleman is lying, right? So I am sure we will see something where those individuals are making their case and backing up where that money went. I've got high hopes.
Oh, we know we're going to see something like that because, I mean, could just be one huge, big misunderstanding, and hats off to them. Jack Ray says, late. Well, thank you, Jack. Yeah, because I didn't have anything to do today. I was just sitting around eating Doritos, watching TV, and then I was like, oh, I'm 15 minutes late. I better jump on. Hatun only thinks it's funny because she thinks they are tricking the government, but the government is in on the take and laundering money to NGOs and PACs. Well, some of it is, but it's pretty evil. I'm just thinking like what? Okay, if you're a Somali and you're scamming the government, that's one thing. If you actually work for the government and you're in on it, I don't know, man. That's like borderline treason. That's like borderline treason. I don't know what the actual charge is, but that's seriously screwed up. You just get a government job and help people run scams and fill your pockets. And then you see all these politicians who they get into Congress, they're elected to Congress, and then like after being in Congress for 10 years where they're making $100 and some thousand a year, all of a sudden they have net worths of like $40 million and stuff, and it's like, what the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing with 40? How'd you get $40 million? Creepy stuff. My favorite topic is Jesus, but these are great at options. God bless you, David and Hatun. Yeah, this is not really Hatun's favorite topic. It's just the topic she finds funniest in the entire world of all topics. Ex-Muslim turned Christian Sharik Khan made a vid calling out Quran desecration, said you're acting like sons of Satan. I called out his framing to no avail. Thoughts? Well, I'd have to see it. I wouldn't mind reviewing that video. I would not mind reviewing it. Here's what I've noticed in the past, because we've done things like this before. The people who criticize and attack us for what we do, they always completely misrepresent it. They'll just say we just decide to do this one day, and not like, oh, you're crossing lines and doxing a bunch of people's wives and stuff like this, and you're making them stop, and you know how to make them stop. Yeah, I'll have to see if he actually represents it correctly and disagrees with us and has some sort of case. That will be one thing, but in my experience, it's never like that. Next week is Zoot Day. Zoot. Hi, that's next week, right? What is that? What day is that? That is
30th. Next Friday is 30th.
Yeah, so guys, this is pretty wild. So the 29th, that's the 1 year anniversary of Salwan Momika being assassinated. Then the next day is International Zoot Remembrance. International Zoot Remembrance Day. We'll have to figure out exactly what to call it. Hey, AP came over here. What the heck? He was live We were separate because I was over at the Quran Demolition Ranch and stuff like that. I had set up a live stream with Hatun, and then AP, just to be a jerk, starts making fun of Muhammad Hijab for being bankrupt by the Douglas Murray thing.
Well, he's claiming he filed that he's bankrupted, but there are some questions whether that's how true that is.
Yeah, so what you're saying is he might just kind of hide his money elsewhere and go, I don't have any money, it's all gone. I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know, but I'm sure someone needs to go through and check his last 2 years of transactions. Not even 2 years. The moment he decided to sue Douglas Murray, and then someone needs to check his first relatives, their bank account, and then the money bank they have in Egypt as well as in other part of the world. It's just technology, right?
Hang on. In Hijab's discussion with Daniel Hakikachu, when Daniel Hakikachu was saying that, in America, if you marry a woman, she's going to take half your stuff, and Muhammad Hijab's going, that's completely unjust. It's completely unjust. She has no right to that money. And then Daniel was pushing me, saying that's the law, and he's like, well, people need to figure out how to hide their money so that the people can't, so that they can't take it. And
yeah, so that's where the banks in Egypt steps in, right?
Interesting. Well,
I'm just saying someone needs to check those things out. It's a suspicion. Suddenly, this guy who 2 weeks ago went to South America, it's pretty expensive, right? Went to South America. At the same time, he just filed bankruptcy a few weeks before that. Yet he was able to go to South America, and he still lives the same lifestyle. So,
hold up. Yeah. So, but here's the thing: if you look at the witnesses that Hijab called at his trial, I mean, he calls some very top-notch, awesome, reliable witnesses. So there's no way he could be deceiving anyone with his top-notch list of witnesses. Hey, AP.
yeah,
It says, apostate prophet and his audience zooted this live stream. Hey, since your live stream obviously failed because you gave up after less than an hour, dude, you don't have to be proud. Don't be a Muhammad Hijab. Don't be a Malik, too arrogant to admit you're wrong. Just call in, man. You can jump into our live stream, man. You could jump into the D Wood and Hatun show. You would love exposing Somali fraud, man. Call in. And since you were live, you didn't even hear what happened at the Quran Demolition Ranch, man. You didn't even hear. It's better call in and join, or you'll never hear it. I will make sure you never hear anything about it. I won't even release all the footage just so you never see it. Let's see, a couple more. Do you think your actions can make Muslims and Christians hate each other? My actions? And do you thinkings, instead of spreading love, you are spreading hate? Julian M., that is exactly the type of thinking that convinces tons of people that they can stalk, harass, threaten, dox Christian women, people's families, and so on, because they know you won't make them stop, because you won't make them. The reason you won't make them stop is because you don't want to hurt other Muslims' feelings. Guess what? If you're a Muslim and your feelings are hurt because I'm making someone stop some terrible, awful, evil behavior, actually trying to get people killed, I don't care. Too bad. If you're not going to like me anymore, for what? For protecting women? Okay. Yeah. See, Julian M., that's the exact same freaking stupid, cowardly, beyond idiotic attitude that helped the grooming gangs groom, drug, rape, gang rape, pimp tens of thousands of young girls. No one wanted to upset the Muslim community, and so you can't call out the evil behavior. You just can't do it. And when people started doing it, you're spreading hate. Aren't you why don't you spread love instead of hate? And what happens? They keep raping and raping and raping and raping, and no one wants to stand up against it. Same thing we're talking about right now. What are you doing by exposing all this Somali fraud? Aren't you spreading hate against Somalis? Well, what's the alternative? Just let everyone keep doing all the horrible, evil, disgusting, sick stuff forever, and don't call it up because you'll be spreading hate. Shut up, Julian M. Just shut up. We're way beyond that right now. Go to a different channel if you want to hear what you're trying to get women killed and tell you want to spread hate. So just let it go. No.
Can I make a comment on this?
You don't need my permission to make comments.
Come on, David. I need
you're Hatun. You have street cred.
I need the permission. So, I'm commenting this from personal experiences. Such actions causes debates and discussions between Muslim and Christian communities. I put holes in the Quran. Yeah, people called me hate preacher. Certain individuals didn't want to even associate with me, all those kind of things, and they are still doing that. But that caused discussion within Muslim community and between Christians. And it gave opportunities after opportunities to the Christians to preach the gospel, expose the teachings of Islam. Very, very simple, like, is this book more important than the life of human beings? That's point one. Point two, I have seen people who just look at those destroyed Qurans and then they ask, what's wrong with you? Why are you so stupid? Why are you doing this to my Quran? And then within a couple of months, they don't want to do anything with Islam at all. Because somehow, from that conversation, you went through how dangerous teachings of Islam is, and that book shouldn't exist at all. They walked out of Islam. They don't want to do anything with Islam. Another point. You don't want people to be your friend at all. As a Christian, I don't want David to be my friend. I don't want Mr. X to be my friend. I want people to be friends with Lord Jesus Christ. That's all. That's the only thing important to me. And Scripture talks about, in essence, our God is love. And we see how is that? While we are still sinners, eternal Son of the Father comes and then gives himself for us, right? He comes and then he shows his love. He comes and protects us from hell. Because love, by default, protects. If someone is coming after your loved ones, what are you going to say? If they're coming after me, I've got 2 chicks. I am happy to turn them on 1,000,000 times. Even I've got only 2. But if someone is coming after my loved one, I have to be faithful to the Scripture and protect my loved ones. That's human 101. Mr. Muslims knew, and they know they are proper human beings, right? You don't go after someone else's wife, someone else's partner, someone else's loved one. They've got nothing to do with what other person is doing. So if you just sit down and then say, oh, they come after my wife, so I'll just shut up from now on. You think they're going to stop? In the beginning, they're saying, oh yeah, we are coming after your wife. You just scared and you are sitting at home. Tomorrow, they are at your door. Day after day, they are top of your wife. That's how it works. You give your finger, following day, they take all of you. You are engaging with people who follow this very, very dangerous ideology. I think you just need to check out and prayerfully consider what is the definition of the love according to Scripture. And then you've got to be faithful how the Lord is leading you. You can't just say, oh, yeah, this is causing stress to individuals, therefore just shut up. No, love by default protects. Just look at the example of the Son. Look at the example of the Father. And then look at yourself on the mirror. Okay.
Yep. And one of the things that possibly the key feature I've noticed about the Ummah as a whole, not every individual Muslim, but just the Ummah as a whole, is they are obsessed with finding ways to control everyone else. If it's in an Islamic country, they have Sharia and they'll have all these penalties and so on. If it's in a non-Muslim country, they'll figure out ways. They're constantly looking for ways to control. It will be through a word. And the moment, I mean the moment they try something and it actually works and can be used to control you, devastating consequences. The moment they find that all they have to say whenever you criticize anything they do is, oh, this person's an Islamophobe and a racist. And you go, no, never criticize anything you do again. Tens of thousands of young girls raped over that, over you backing down, over them finding a little lever to control you with. So when someone starts doxing, what is he doing? What's he really doing? He's, I'll escalate to a level where they're going to back down. And what Hatun just pointed, you think they're going to stop if they find something that works against you? No. Hey, look, they're backing down. I started doxing and then they backed down. What is he going to do next? He's going to he's going to use that exact same tactic to control the entire Christian world, and he's going to teach all his Muslim buddies on the entire planet to use that exact same method to control you. That's why you don't give an inch ever. You guys do not control me. You don't control us. And if you try it, you're going to find out the hard way, the really, really hard way. You don't control us, and you're not getting control of us because we know what you'll do with that control, and we don't trust you guys at all. And so, yep. Too bad, Julian M. You start going after people's wives, it's war. That's all there is to it. And guess what? Julian, guess what? Watch what happens. Malik, he's going to back down. He could back down tomorrow. He could back down a month from now, but he's going to back down. And the next time someone gets the brilliant idea, hey, you know what you will do? We don't like what this person over here is saying. Hey, let's start doxing people's wives and attacking people's wives. The Ummah's going to say, stop that right now. You saw the disaster it led to next time. But if there were more people like you, Julian, they could definitely get away with it because you'll complain about all the people who make them stop things, stop their terrible behavior. And that's love. That's love. Like Julian, I mean, I don't actually want an answer, but whether you have kids or not, do you think that's a good attitude? Like, oh, I love my kids. Hey, my son's setting the house on fire. I don't want to stop him because I love him. I love him. I love him. I don't want to spread hate. Say, hey, stop burning the freaking house down and make him stop. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't be loving and be spreading hate. Come on. Gosh, what the heck happened to people, man? Even Mike Winger isn't that late. They're still talking about being late. Leering to be owned. Jack Ray went to the Quality Leering Center and learned. He said, leering to be one Tim one day to me. Somali Leering Center. Powerful, powerful. Got a good education there. Makes Mogadishu Christian again. How many cups of coffee will the tax money scammed out of Minnesota, California, etc. buy in Somalia? You could buy the entire country, man. You know it's funny? Like Somali Christians are awesome, man. Somali Christians are awesome. Weird stuff.
Because we worship a God who changes people inside out. That's the difference. That's the difference. Christ touches the hearts of anyone. You are changed and transformed. That's how it is.
Fraud is both bad and wrong. Fraud is badong. Powerful. How many Quran destruction videos you received? What do you mean received? Oh, you mean when we asked people to submit? I would guess between 150 and 200. It was a bunch of them. In his defense, I don't know if congressmen actually know that fraud is bad. Like, what? We thought that's just how we make money. What's wrong with that? Where they pay is he trapped in a Leering Center. Yes. The Leering Center got AP. Sign wrong, form filled out correct. Give me cash. That's what I'll do. Oh yeah, filled it out wrong. I had an aunt who, during the Lebanese Civil War, handled multiple Mohammedans alone, not the way the Al Zut handled Momo. Hatun, you remind me of her. Hey, it's Julian again. Oh, hey, look at this. Daweed, thank you for your wisdom, and please try to create peaceful time if you can for us. Julian. If a Muslim, keep in mind, Hijab tried this years ago, right? Hijab, said, hey, you know, and it was the wives of the atheists, right? So it was multiple wives of the atheists. He started saying nasty stuff about them, and he started telling his followers, okay, guys, we've tried going after the ex-Muslim men. It's not working. They don't back down. They're not backing down from our threats. You know what? Change your tactic. Go after their wives. And he got that brilliant plan. What happened? We started eating the Quran. He backed down. He backed down real quick. Like, why? You got to stop that. You got to stop whatever it takes, whatever it costs. You have to stop that. Once that spreads beyond him and his little fault, once that spreads, it's much harder. It's much harder to stop. If Malik were successful in silencing people or making them bend to his will by doxing people, that would very quickly spread to everyone else who wants to control people. So what happened? You just have to dial it up. That's how you create a peaceful time. If you back to, my goodness, where does everyone get the stupid idea? Well, if you just back down, then everything will go great. No, that's absolute disaster. Horrible, horrible disaster. So I ain't backing down. These guys can whine all they want, and people are free to hate me all they want. Chances of D-Wood backing down, 0%.
I think I'm using my right to speak. I think there is an assumption within the body of Christ that if we just kind of give them more chance, one day they will reform. They will be adopting our values, adopting our lifestyle, start respecting one another, right? I think there is that assumption, but they are forgetting the reformed mindset of Muslims is going to take people back to time of Muhammad. If you think that is too long to see, just look at a decade back. Look at ISIS. Reformed Muslim is going to be like ISIS. Do you want that? Are you still hoping, oh yeah, this is going to bring peace and unity in the world? No. Only way there will be peace when people start loving the Lord and when they are worshiping him. Once there is a peace between man and God, default there will be peace between man and man. If it is not there, yeah, this is going to go on and on and on. And pulling back and then saying, oh, sorry, Muslims, I hurt your feelings. From now on, I'm not going to bring Islamic tradition, teachings of Muhammad. From now on, I'm not going to, every time when I kiss your Quran, I'll make sure I have shower and then touch it and then kiss it, all those kind of things. That's not going to change them. That's not going to bring peace at all. They will even come, and I'm very, very serious, they will even come after David Wood's that creepy dog. Not creepy mind, creepy, like they will even come after his dog. That's the mindset of Muslims.
They can have him. You can have the dog, guys. That's it. Nothing more.
We don't compromise, David. No. Doesn't matter you like him or not.
Okay, I can't stand that dog, but you can't have the dog, guys. You can't even have the dog. I don't even care. You don't get the dog. Not a bit. Yeah. But end of the day, guys, if Malik or people like him, hijab before him, if these guys didn't learn basic rules, basic manners on how to act in the world, and they think, oh, I could just do whatever I want. I could go after people's wives. I could go after people's kids and try to get them all killed. Okay, you need to be taught not to do that. You're not going to do it by just being extremely nice to them. Not going to do it. You have to learn it interesting little concept called consequences. And those consequences have to be absolutely unbearable to them. And again, watch, just observe. He'll back down. He will. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore. You back down from him, it's everyone. It will never stop, and it will never end, and it will spread to thousands and thousands of other people start using the same exact sick tactic. So, got to stand your ground. In Michael Scott's voice, I declare bankruptcy. If David had Hatun NAP on, would that be a Turkish sandwich? Not in the old zut sense. There's no way to get that to sound okay. Yeah, we've had AP and Hatun on the same live stream before. It's weird. It's like too much Turkish for one show. People can't handle it. This is for you, choice for all woman. The Art of War. Oh, yeah, The Art of War. Big painting of Muhammad. May God bless and protect both of you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thoughts on St. Olga of Kiev? No idea. Should ask AP. So Julian 7381, that's a no. Yeah, that'd be a no. Hi. Hey, what's up? Backing down is how we got into World War II. Lots of the world's biggest problems are caused by people thinking that backing down is going to somehow smooth things over. And you've got other people who smell weakness. Oh, this person backed down. Now I know how to destroy everything like this person. Christians that want to back down don't understand the turning the cheek verse. It's not about pacifism, but standing up to people as equals. Well, I mean, actually that in the context is, it's in the context of if your enemy makes you walk 1 mile, walk with him 2 miles. That's a Roman soldier type thing. That was the Roman soldiers who would make you. A Roman soldier could walk up to you and make you carry his stuff for 1 mile. He couldn't make you walk 2 miles. He could make you walk 1 mile. Then he had to take his stuff back. And it's interesting. Jesus doesn't say refuse it, or doesn't say just go ahead and do it. He says go ahead and walk an extra mile. It's like you're showing how little you care what this other person can do to you, and so on. And the turning the other cheek, it's like it's an open hand slap in your face. It's like so Roman soldier back. Hey, what are you doing? What do you do? Now notice, I mean, it's like interesting. It's like it goes against what people on either side would think. But think Roman soldier slaps you in your face. You could walk away and cower in fear. Oh no, I don't want to mess with this guy anymore, and you run or something like that. 2, you can fight back. You can fight back against a Roman soldier or something like that. Or third option, Jesus introduces, he just hit you in your cheek. You go like this. But that's a different story than that. We're not talking about anything like that. I'm saying that because I've seen that over the past couple of weeks from Christians, and they say, David, what are you doing? Okay, so what? They went after Godlogic's wife, and then, they went after Thaddeus's wife, and, they're going to their dog. They dox Chris Claus, and he doxed Drake, and they posted Godlogic's phone number, and they doxed him before, and now they're going after your wife, and they're posting pictures of your kids and stuff. Come on, man, just turn the other cheek. That's not what that verse is about. It's not what that verse is about. It's not saying, geez, I mean, think of how far you want to carry that. I just go, so what? You're raping tens of thousands of girls. Just turn the other cheek, man. Not what the verse is about. Not quit accusing people of not following scripture when you're the ones who massively misrepresenting it. So yeah, weird, wild stuff going on in the world today. Malik snitches on Dawa Bros for smashing birds, but he wants to smash a whole aviary. Makes sense to me. Make it make sense. Nothing Malik's doing makes sense. Julian said, I've been told to fight hate with love by Jesus. That's what we're trying to tell you. If you think you're being loving by letting people do horrible things, that's not what love means. It's not. Jesus didn't walk into the temple and say, you know what? They're turning this place into a big market to make money, but I want to spread hate. I don't want to spread. He didn't look at the Pharisees being the biggest hypocrites in the world and go, well, I don't want to spread hate against the Pharisees. Read your Bible, man. He blasted them. It was the most brutal rebuke in history. Where are you getting this? I don't even want to talk to you anymore, Julian. Come on. Let me just say, one of the biggest problems in Christianity, period, in the world right now is this attitude. No, you're loving people. Just let them do whatever you want. You let them do whatever they want. It's that they're doing horrible. They're going around killing, raping. Just let them do it, man, because that wouldn't be loving if you stop them. No. Christian love, you stop them from doing the horrible crap they're doing. You do it, and you don't let people mess around with Christian women, walk all over them, treat them like garbage, threaten them. You don't do it, dude. About to frickin' block you. Cut this crap, man. It's sick. It's sick. I mean, it's like disgusting. I mean, Julie, I'm dead serious, right? That attitude of we don't want to cause problems, man. We don't offend people. We don't want to hurt people. Tens of thousands of young girls were raped because of exactly what you're saying right now. I don't want to cause. I don't want to spread hate. I don't want to say, hey, look what those guys are doing over there. It's going to be hate. Oh, I want to be loving. I want to be nice. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. It's evil. What you're saying is evil. It's so messed up that it's evil. You're causing massive. Not you particularly. You're just saying something in a super chat. That attitude is so horrible for the entire world. It is one of the biggest problems in the world. Go spout this nonsense somewhere else. I don't have time for this, man. And if you really, oh no, I'm so horribly offended by the thing it's on the. Look away then. Look away, Julian. Go to another channel. Look away. You're not going to like what you see here. It's about to get real here. I can tell you the Jesus of the Bible whom I serve will kick my butt if I act out of place. This new age Jesus some Christians think we serve is not biblical or real. If you break into my house, expect to leave or meet Jesus. No, you're just supposed to say, hey, take all my stuff, take my wife, do whatever you want with her, do whatever you want to my daughter, because it would be loving. It would not be loving if I stop you. It is Turkish delight an oxymoron. Oh, it's some weird food. Avery is about to zoot shake Ibn Ketchup. And we'll see. I can't imagine Sheikh Uthman showing up to anything. Dude's biggest coward in the world. Love doesn't mean weakness. Julian, stop being such a weak Christian. Jesus flipped tables and whipped people, desecrating the temple. The very center of Christianity itself is the Sacred Heart of Jesus, from which blood and water gushed forth as a fountain of mercy for us. And here from Jack Ray, turn the other cheek. Are the turn the other cheek comments now from people who claim to be Christians or people you actually know are Christian? Not from anyone I actually know. So yeah, they're comments on. I'll see them as comments and stuff like that. And depending on who else I've just been. Sometimes I'll just I don't have time. Sometimes I'll start responding and I was like, no, before I get into this conversation, I'm just going to block you. I don't have time for this nonsense anymore. Boundaries plus consequences equals love. That's good motto. All right, we've been going for a little while. We haven't gotten into this video. Hatun, this is over 50 minutes long, so I'm guessing we're not going to be able to watch it. Should I fast forward to some parts?
Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
Nope.
I had bad day. I can have good laugh.
You want to watch the whole thing? I'll sit here all night and watch the whole thing. I'll do it.
No, it's up to you. I haven't watched it, so I don't know where is the kind of part useful or anything. So
let's see. Hey, I'll pull it up and I'll scroll through and we'll see what looks interesting, and then we'll stop it there. Let's see. Hang on.
I'm asking No, you don't.
That would send.
Oops, hang on. I zoomed way too far forward. Okay, so this is a little big. This is him going up to all the people. Hang on. So, okay. This is just a preview of what's to come. This is the first few seconds of the preview to come. He actually interviews some people on the street. Apparently, I'm guessing. Hey, do you think this people should be held accountable? It is interesting if he's going up to people on the street and saying, hey, do you think the government should deal with it? And they're like, yes, you should deal with this fraud. It's like, okay, well, how evil is he if the people are saying, I mean, just think, if you're a normal tax-paying citizen in Minnesota and you find out billions of dollars of your tax money has just been going to complete fraud and then being sent to terrorist groups in Somalia, would you be like really ticked off about that and say they need to do something about this? No, we'll just call him a racist and so on. Huh? Who would that work against? Oh, we'll just hope we found a way to control these people. If they bring up that we're committing fraud, we'll just say, hey, you're a racist, and they'll fall for it. Got to go along with that, right? Got to go along with that, because if you don't, you're spreading hate. Let's see here. This guy's pretty cool. This is the guy who was exposing this stuff beforehand, but he wasn't able to like really get people to catch on until teamed up. They're a good team. The other guy was going around doing all the investigating, and Nick is good at popularizing things. So actually, good team, good team. And looks like they're going after more. Okay, let's watch some of this fraud right here. Looks like he's going after new fraud people. So he does revisit, because we saw it. He went to the Leering Center, so he does revisit some places. It also looks like, I didn't remember this place. Let's see what we got here.
So the location here is 607 and also 617. These are two transportation companies. We're on a main road right now, and this is 607, and it is not a transportation company. It's actually a money transfer, but it's registered here.
Oh, it's a money transfer, all right.
Does not
To
look like Safari
Somalia.
Transportation. Where is the transportation company?
I don't see any signs denoting that there's any transportation. It's all just looks like money wiring. But if you look at the Secretary of State's office, state of Minnesota, Safari Transportation, 607 Cedar Avenue, and it's been registered here since 2015. That was the original filing.
So let's see if we can, we have the manager, let's see if we can find fraud. Hello. How are you? We're looking for the transportation company.
Safari Transportation?
Looking for Safari Transportation.
No, there's no Safari transportation here.
No Safari Transportation.
Safari Transportation,
Hey,
607 Cedar Avenue.
We're just looking for Safari
We
Transportation.
don't know.
So, but this is registered for Safari Transportation,
know.
That's the
607.
address.
Okay, we don't know.
We're asking where Safari
There's
Transportation is.
not, we don't know.
Did you
Okay,
know
so the
Fuad
business is
Omar?
not here.
Don't record.
Fuad Omar?
Fuad Omar,
We don't know. This, do you see this? What is this?
money transferring.
That's it.
Okay,
Well, this
registered.
is from the state.
Good
This
enough.
is fraud taking place. This is supposed to say, this is for
Go
Safari
find out.
Transportation.
Go find out.
Hey, it's not just money transfer. Look, they got some beautiful Islamic garb up on the wall.
We did find out,
So
this is
it's-
fraud right here.
It's shop focused on transferring monies from one country to another country, right?
Yeah, so they're kind of honest, right?
Yeah, instead of using bank, so you use MoneyGram or other third companies or apps that which leave like less footprints, and then you send your money.
Someone said leering communication, leering money transfer. Yeah, so it's weird. They're kind of honest. Like, so you make a business, call it a money transfer place. Then you say you're a transportation company and that you need $1 million from the government to help people who can't afford transportation. You're going to provide it to them. And when they come and complain, said, hey, you don't have the transportation. It's like, hey, we told you that was just for transferring money to Al-Shabaab.
Registered here
This is
since
registered.
2015.
2015?
Safari Transportation, state of Minnesota.
2015. Oh, yeah.
Well, but it's registered now. This is current, just off the state of Minnesota
I
website
said
today.
you don't know, please.
This is from today. I just printed this off today. Fuad Omar.
Go check it out.
We're here, this is 607. Where's
Saying, go check it out. We're here, dude.
Safari Transportation?
Okay, it's no Safari, period.
Okay, so it's a fraudulent
Did you-
business.
Did you see Safari anything here?
Exactly.
Did you see?
Exactly, it's
Did
not
you
here.
see it?
It's a fraud.
Did you see, sir?
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go to the next
Okay.
address. All right, let's keep moving on. So 607, this is supposed to be Safari Transportation, no transportation company. And now we're going to 617, another transportation company. However, it is actually Cedar Riverside Liquor. Where is the transportation?
It's a liquor store, and it's our big transportation center. Give us $1 million.
So have you picked up? Muslims are the one who are selling alcohols, right?
No. No. The other place is a money transfer place. That's believable. Here, that's not going to be Muslims in there. There are other people involved. There are other people involved in the fraud and scams, Hatun. People of all backgrounds. All backgrounds. Watch.
Okay. I am happy to be stand corrected.
Company.
617.
617
Dreamline
right here.
Transportation for the state of Minnesota is registered to 617 Cedar Avenue South.
And it's a liquor store. David, they aren't even trying to hide that these
Yeah.
are transportation companies. Where are the vans at?
Should we ask?
Let's go ask.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, you had the daycares and 0 kids, no one walking in or out and so on. And this just goes on for years. And then this is officially, according to the government, a state-sponsored transportation. They don't have one van or anything out there for years. No one ever checks. No one ever checks. I mean, seriously, if no one ever checks that you're doing anything, you just have to fill something out. Hey, U.S. government, I need $2 million a year because I'm helping a bunch of people. And they go, okay, here's your $2 million a year. Never even bother to come and take a peek. What the heck is wrong with these people?
Here's the very practical thing, right? If someone turns up my address and then says, oh, I am looking for transportation company and this is the address, do you know where it is? I was just like, excuse me, no, this is not transportation company. Let me check your paper. Maybe you got the address wrong. You are saying 706, this. Oh, no, you are in the wrong place. This is 706 Vicarage Way. It's not the address you are looking. You turn up the wrong address. So you need to go down the street, go, turn first left. It's somewhere over there. That's what normal person would do. You would guide them instead of like saying, oh, just leave, go and find it. It's like not very basic fraud communication skills there, right?
Weird stuff going on.
Hey, we're looking for Dreamline Transportation.
Now we're in 617, Dreamline
Very
Transportation.
Look at David.
What?
Look at that gentleman, very white American, right? Selling alcohol.
I'm just saying, you said Muslim. This guy's got a scarf on. It's just clearly cold outside.
No, just go a second back. You will see he's looking white American man. His face
I never said they were going to be white. I just said,
See.
I mean, the
Yeah,
dude
see,
does have a, wait, is that a huge Zabiba on his head? Is that a big Zabiba on his head? Hang on. Let me see. All right, let's see what happens.
Wiring, 607.
The money wiring.
Yeah.
Okay, that's money wiring.
Yeah.
We're looking for Safari Transportation.
Did you hear this? They say, hey, where's the he goes, oh, it's over at the money wiring place. And they're like, what? There's nothing here. Oh, you're looking for a transport place? It's the money wiring place. Don't go around here. That's funny. You know, this would be the funniest video ever. He goes to the money transfer place and like, no, it's over at the liquor store. And he goes to the liquor store. No, it's at the money place. He goes to the money place. No, it's at the liquor store. And this whole video, he just does that back and forth. That would be classic.
607.
They said they never heard of it.
I never did. Safari company, the money wiring, they send money there. That's the 607.
So
Safari
Safari gets the
company.
money and then they wire it out.
Yeah, the money.
That man just said that Safari is actually a money wiring company, so therefore they're receiving money and then wiring it somewhere underneath the name of a transportation company.
What?
Go here.
So we got it. We know the problem here. There is no fraud here, okay? There is this Safari in the business of transport, okay? But transport of
Money.
Yeah.
To Al
And
Shabaab.
transporting this money from Minneapolis to, let's say, Kenya, or probably before it gets to Kenya, it will stop in different countries, right? And then Somalia. Yeah. So there is just miscommunication. There is no fraud here. This is like, they are looking at like transport as like car with 4 wheels or those kind of things. No. Transport as like moving something from place A to B. In this occasion, that something is not with car, but something is like money.
It would be seriously funny. I mean, it would be seriously awesome and funny if someone just said it and like, hey, is this a transport company? Yeah, we transport the money from your pocket to the government into our pockets and over to Somalia.
Yeah.
Where'd we lie?
A right here. And then you have 617A right here, but this is reliable services, immigration, travel, and tax.
See, travel.
I do not see a transportation company anywhere.
Well, travel.
Hey, we're hoping,
You're kind of traveling if you're moving a van around.
Dreamline Transportation.
Isn't this? I mean, it's like the entire state, just one big, like every single business and it's all fraud. Where does people go for anything? Like you got the businesses here, like people can actually walk in. But every one of these places is supposedly a transportation company. None of them is anything close to that. and they all just say, oh, go to this other place, go to this other place. But it's just like the daycares. Like you got all these daycares, and everywhere you want to take your kids to a daycare, it's blacked out windows and no actual daycare. That's wild stuff.
You ever heard of
Well,
it?
they even got their tax experts, right?
Mm-hmm.
This place is like tax experts. So, well, we are involved so much money transporting. By default, we need like experts who know the rules and regulations when it comes to taxing this. Whom do we go to? Oh, the one who is in the transport company.
I have to say, yeah, you've got some people who's doing all the paperwork for all these guys to get all these millions of dollars from the government. I'd be looking at the tax guy, right? These would be the guys who actually know how to fill out the forms and stuff.
He said to ask here, but you would know.
That's next to it. This is a mailbox. It's not really.
This is a mailbox.
Streamline transportation
That's a
could be
big
nothing
mailbox.
more than a mailbox. 834.
So it could be one of these mailboxes. Well,
Okay.
607.
The transportation company is a mailbox. We got these little vans in here, these little tiny vans, and then they drive out and they transport little bugs or something like that.
Safari Transportation doesn't exist. It's actually a money wiring business. 617 Dreamline, inside of there, it's actually a liquor store. And then 617A is a place where there's a bunch of mailboxes.
Hey, look, Hikma Pharmacy, right there. All kind of halal meat and spices. What? Hikma Pharmacy. I want to go to Hikma Pharmacy. That's the best place to go. Hey, all you Muslims out there, keep causing problems. You guys need to go to the Hikma Pharmacy. Get your Hikma meds. And then you quit being so low Hikma all the time and messing with the wrong people.
It says reliable ITT services. How are you doing, man?
I just want to ask you,
Yes, sir.
Here
why
we go.
are you sensationalizing
Fraud.
the propaganda?
Massive.
What are we
to-
sensationalizing?
To attack our community.
Why are you attacking our community? So what? We have we have an entire community where every single business is fraud.
No, he's sensing it. He's just speaking to people's emotions. Poor us. See, poor me. Like, even though I am overweighted, all those kind of things, I speak to you while my camera is on. I just feel I am victim here.
Yeah, all these poor fraudsters. It's apparently like some of these are like businesses, some of these are like stores and stuff like that. But then in addition to it, we're also a transportation company. It seems like you could start any business. I'm going to sell sandwiches. I'm going to get a little sandwich shop, but I'm also a huge daycare and I need $1.6 million. And I'm a medical center, so I need $1.2 million for that. And I'm a transportation center, so I need one. And you just got millions of dollars coming in for a bunch of fake businesses, and you're just a sandwich shop.
Your final objective.
We're not attacking your community by any means.
Are you making
We're
good money
looking-
from this?
Look at this. It's funny, this dork. I'm going to get you. I'm going to put you on X. Dude, you're the one getting put on X right now.
We're looking for fraud.
No, I'm
For
not.
instance, can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607?
second.
It's not there.
How
And why
much-
don't you answer?
How much money are
Why don't you
you?
answer the
How much
question?
money
Where's
are you
617
making?
Dreamline Security?
How much money are you making?
I make money off
this?
of YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing
That my job
and attacking the
is.
Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
I'll tell you the
fraud
reason
is
why
fraud,
this is
sir.
happening. All right. Let me
David,
tell you the reason why
fraud
you're
is fraud,
attacking
correct?
Hey, is that Julian?
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud.
this.
Is
This
fraud.
absolutely has to do with us being Muslim,
No, it does not.
all right, and us being from Africa. This is a constitutional argument. If you don't want us here, change
How
the
is that?
freedom of religion. Say, listen.
What's that?
How is that?
What?
Oh, we didn't get the freedom of religion in Somalia, so we moved here. There is freedom of religion, and according to my religion, I can treat the kafirs they want. I can use their money the way I want. So you gave me that freedom. Why are you complaining?
And I mean, just think about the absurdity, right? He's been trained to go, oh, it's because you're racist and you're anti-Muslim. Dude,
Yeah.
I go to this business. It's supposed to be this business. It's not that business. And they say, no, we have no idea what you're talking about. I go to the next business. It's supposed to be this business. They have no clue what you're talking. They say, oh, no, go over here. I can go door to door to door, and every single place is a fake business getting millions of dollars from the U.S. government. I point it out and you go, it's just because I'm black. It's just because I'm Muslim. It's not because you actually have a problem with fraud. Hey, Julian, we know you're still watching. What did I just say? It's the exact same mindset. The grooming gangs. Look at what they did for decades. What happened when someone would expose? Basically, what this guy's doing right now is what Tommy Robinson was doing back in the day. And what happened, everyone? It's just because we're Pakistan. It's just because we're Muslim. That's why. Really, it's not the fact that you're raping tens of thousands of young girls. It's not that. It can't be that. It just has to be because you're Pakistani. And then Julian back there, oh, don't be spreading hate. Why would you spread hate against them? Oh, just let them rape every little girl on the entire planet. It's worth it to show them love.
So, I'll give you alternative version for this conversation, okay? So this Mr. Nick came to Minneapolis, did all child care exposing, and I am part of Somalian community. I am very much concerned where my tax money is going. Somalian community, like Muslim communities, wherever you are, they are very tight, okay? 99.9% possibility those daycare bosses will be one of those mosques that people see in the video. So you would approach that Mr. Muslim boss, and then say, well, I have seen those things are happening. So since you've got this daycare, what's happening? Explain yourself. And then this Mr. Boss provides you some evidence. Oh no, that white gentleman is misrepresenting everything. Here's the evidences. We've got 100 kids every day. This is what they've done from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, their activities, who are the teachers, what games they played, here's our curriculum. And then in this clip, this Mr. Muslim is approaching to Nick. So he could simply come to him and then say, here is my evidence. You lied about my community last month when you came. I've done just simple fact check. You are a liar. Here's my evidence. That's how it needs to be done, so that no one has any doubt that there is fraud. There is no fraud, right? But the way he is approaching already, oh, yeah, we are taking all the money of kafirs and it's absolutely fine, but I have a problem the way you are doing it, because I am the victim here. My color and my religion is being attacked. Who cares about I'm taking your money or not? You are coming after me, not because I set up this fake daycares or my brothers did, but you kind of looked into it. Oh no, I'm going to go after this any black and any Muslim. And it happened to be all those blacks from Somalia, right?
And just conveniently, the ones that were committing fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're pointing out not random black people, not even random Somalis. It's he's just randomly going after people, but he happens to get all the ones who are getting massive fraud and getting millions of dollars from the government. Yeah. And what you said, I don't know how Nick's going to respond here, but that should be the response. What you were saying a minute ago, like, oh, was I wrong about something? So in that 40-minute documentary, what was I wrong about? Who did I falsely accuse? Who was actually a legitimate daycare that I called out for being a fake daycare, and I need to go and apologize because I'm actually wrong? Show me who I was wrong. Instead of, no, you're just doing it because we're African and Muslim.
Not only he will go apologize, but he needs to make a video, make it public. I misrepresented this. And by that stage, we would assume to hear lots of people are suing Nick because he lied about them, right? So-called defamation, all those kind of things. So nothing is there. No one is coming out and then saying, oh, he misrepresented me, he lied about me, he destroyed my career. No one took any legal action. In America, those things are very easy. Why it hasn't happened? Why this gentleman is not turning up with the evidence? He recognizes him, he recognizes Nick, and then goes to him. But that's it. Oh, I come to you because you made me feel I am victim. Not feel. You made me victim. Poor me. Poor me. Just always poor me.
Well, Hatun clearly has a problem with this guy because he's black.
I don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying
No,
that.
no, no, no.
We're not
Because
saying that.
When I go
Sir,
onto
we're
your
talking
comments,
about fraud. You're talking.
when I go onto your comments,
My comments
what I
aren't
see
me.
is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
That's a comment.
You are listen.
That's not what I'm saying.
You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like
How?
the Japanese community.
You hear this, guys?
Professional victims.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to learn. Those of you who are watching, these statements will allow you to get away with lots of things, okay? Memorize it, learn it, use it.
And I mean,
Okay,
that exact same mentality. Look, by exposing our fraud, by exposing these horrible, evil things of us just completely stealing money for years, by exposing that, you're trying to send us to concentration camps. Sounds exactly like Julian, right? Oh, by exposing us, making us stop this horrible behavior, you're spreading hate. It's just amazing. Notice, he's part of the group that has weaponized that against a gullible Christian community that is particularly susceptible to that. And so you've got people who've weaponized other people's just good intentions of not spreading hate and so on. And you've got a group that has weaponized that to take advantage of them in every possible way. And what do you do? Well, you got to go for it. You got to go with it. Hang on. We got Julian here. Hang on. Let's get down through a couple of these. Jesus came to bring a sword, not peace. Hey, J. Pendragon, you need to be careful with that. That's like, seriously. If you want to say, Jesus isn't saying let people get away with with whatever they want and things like that. That's all true. Jesus came to bring a sword, not peace. How are you representing that right now? You basically got two meanings that are even possible in context. One is just sword is a metaphor for the gospel is going to divide families up because some people are going to accept it and some people are going to reject it and so on. And in the parallel in Luke even translates it. And you read the parallel in Luke, it says, I came not to bring peace, but division, right? Because it's talking about division. And he says, his father's going to be against the son, son's against his father and so on like that. This isn't telling you to go out and hack people up with a sword. The other interpretation, if you just read in Matthew, is, hey, think about the context. The Messiah is going to show up. He's going to crush all their enemies, and then his followers are going to live in peace. And she said, I didn't come to bring peace, but a sword. Read the context. The Jesus followers are on the receiving end of the sword in that context. You're going to be persecuted. You're going to be persecuted in this world. Don't think I'm going up to Jerusalem. I'm going to crush all your enemies, and you're going to be living like kings. You, my followers, you're going to be persecuted because you're totally outnumbered here. And so, yeah, I'm just saying, you're on dangerous ground spreading the words of Jesus. Hey, I'm going to go around attack people with the sword. Don't misuse scripture like that. Love the thumbnail. Hatun has a great smile. D-Wood has a great beard. Y'all have a good day. Thanks. No Qurans in thrift stores, would do things to it, but no want to pay full for it. Did find my first little red letter Bible, though. Any favorite parts suggest? Favorite parts of what? The red letters or favorite parts of the Bible?
If you don't want to pay for the Quran, just find the closest dawa tables and then go grab a couple of from them.
Yep.
It's
I'll give you some. As far as you kind of can't go wrong looking at the red letters. You got the words of Jesus. Kind of depends on what you like most. Parables or sermons or awesome quotations and so on. Yeah, let's start reading, man. Pick a gospel. Pick a gospel. I would read the entire gospel because the narration is important, stuff like that. But yeah, I'd pick one of the synoptics. Mark, if you just like quick fast-paced action. Matthew has the same thing, but also includes several of Jesus' sermons. Luke also has a lot of the stuff from Mark, but includes a lot of parables. He focuses a lot more on parables. That's where you get some awesome parables, like the Good Samaritan and so on. And then John focuses more on like interpersonal interactions with Jesus with specific people, like the woman at the well and Nicodemus and so on. So, yeah, pick one, start reading. Hey, here we go. Here we go, Hatun. It's Julian. The Satan is working on you. Don't be hateful. Love. And Julian, you're really, at this point, it's just laughable, right? Because you've been schooled every which way. But yeah, why are you spreading hate? Just let people do whatever they want and destroy everything and don't stop them because you don't want to be unloving. I was a federal employee that did grants oversight. On the grants website, you can see the requirements for all grants built in our annual audits that obviously aren't being done. The feds are complicit. Well, they don't want to be called Islamophobes by Julian, do they? Vans, we don't need no stinking vans. We outsourced it all to you, doctor, and Lyft. That's right. Look at me. See my skin? I am the victim now. Take my money. God bless, thanks. I use my Quran to soak up bacon grease. That is very rude. Don't let Julian hear you say that. He will cry a river. All right, back to the professional victim here.
All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the
listen.
question. Where is the transportation
something
vehicle
that can
company?
jeopardize
Answer the question.
safety and the protection of the Somali community.
This is fraud. We're talking about fraud,
If anything
sir.
happens to the Somali
We're talking
community,
about fraud.
listen, I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching
You're
him.
getting very close.
I'm not physically touching him. No, I'm not physically touching him.
I actually agree with the dude here. He was not getting physical or anything. So stay out of it, security. Having a conversation. He's being stupid and being whiny and being a professional little crybaby victim, but you don't need security for that.
It's fraud. We're talking about fraud.
You're
defending fraud.
When I go into your comments,
you're defending fraud.
People who hate Muslims
Okay,
want us out of here.
People can say
for
what they
being
want.
Muslim,
I'm not censoring anybody.
Are using your material. Islam.
Now think about this. This is actually a kind of important point. It's people who hate Muslims and want Muslims out are using your material. What would they be using? What would they be using? So this would be people who are like, hey, Muslims have problematic ideas and think they could take advantage of people. And look what they're doing with all this fraud, right? Okay, so where would the problem lie? And what would the solution be? Well, what are these people using to point to problems with? They're using massive fraud. Okay, and so they're pointing to a problem and saying, this is why we have a problem with these guys. What would the solution be? I don't know. Maybe not be committing massive fraud. Maybe actually all these transportation companies have actual transportation companies there. Maybe all these medical centers actually have, I don't know, some kind of medical care there. All these daycares maybe actually have, be taking care of some kids here and there. Maybe do something. And then what? And then if someone comes to you and says, hey, these people are bad, get them out of here. Then you say, what are you talking about? Show us what we're doing. Show us anything we're doing wrong. Instead of, yeah, we're doing all this horrible stuff, but if you complain about us, it's just because you're evil and you hate us. Guys, this, even though it's really messed up, all the fraud and so on, it's not in the same ballpark as like, what the grooming gangs did to tens of thousands of young British girls and so on. It's the exact same response and the exact same defense. If you criticize anything we do, it's just because we're Muslims. Yeah. You can't fall for it. What have I been saying? You can't give them that lever of control. They will use it and use it and use it and use it and use it. You don't let them even get started. If someone would have stopped this when it was getting started, you wouldn't have wasted billions of dollars. The stupid mistakes cost billions of dollars. It destroys lives. You don't give people who have evil intentions ways to control you so that they can carry out their evil intentions. You don't do it. And anyway, I don't know what to do. So, yeah, Julian, what were you saying, Hatun?
No one is kicking anyone out of the country because they are Muslim. People are simply questioning, why are you taking tax money and abusing it? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, as you said, professional victim card in everywhere. And it has worked in UK. I don't know whether it's going to work in USA or not, but it's just like everywhere, everywhere.
Phobes, use your material. People who hate Islam, use your material.
Think if you reverse the criticism. People who believe in the Quran use that to justify killing and slaughtering people. Only difference is the Quran is actually commanding that. Nick's not commanding any of that stuff. So if he's responsible for anyone in the chat who says anything, even if he didn't say it, wouldn't Allah and Muhammad be responsible for all the violence carried out in the name of Islam when they did say it?
Hey, to us, we don't want you.
What's that?
It's just think about it, like there is evil within your community, and by default expectation is like you expose that evil and then expel it, right? But in here is, well, you are trying to kind of expose that evil. I am not going to let you to do it, because if you expose it, it's going to be Islamophobia. Like, just shut up. Shut up, let this evil to take over. It's been going on, like, in this occasion, like, for 10 years. 10 years. And we've got what we get. Professional victim card.
Here. Change the Constitution. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about
You
fraud.
know,
We're asking about fraud.
You hate Muslims.
Yeah, it should be like, you change the Constitution, make fraud fine. Since that's apparently what you think.
I'm not saying I hate Muslims. We're talking about fraud. We're talking
Why
about
are you
fraud.
attacking us?
You hate
Are
us.
we the
Fraud.
only community
We're
that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about
Are
fraud.
we the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about
All right,
fraud.
but there's what, 300 Somali
This is
providers in
fraud.
all of Minnesota?
There's actually
Don't
800.
touch me. Is there like-
But by the way, little side note. Yeah, little side note. Isn't it interesting that this guy goes and posts one 40-minute video, and now everyone there knows him? What's that mean? It means they're all talking amongst themselves and being like, "Watch out for this guy. Watch out for this guy." When you see him, say, "Oh, why do you hate us just because we're Muslims? Why?" He goes in there, he records one video, comes back out, and suddenly everyone knows him everywhere he goes.
Yeah. And as I said, this is great opportunity to correct him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, Nick is the one who is correcting Mr. Muslim. Oh, so all 300 these fraud Somalians are here, and then Nick says, just small correction, it's not 300, it's 800 of them. Yeah, they are here. They are here. 800 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you speak English?
transportation companies.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen,
Yeah,
let me tell you
so
something.
see, this isn't a race issue,
Listen,
sir.
let me-
Your security doesn't speak. Say it's not a race issue. Ha ha. Busted. You've been refuted.
It's about fraud.
we have, what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a...
Even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
You
sir.
want to sacrifice the safety of
Sir.
80,000 people
We're not
because of fucking 2,000 providers? Are you fucking mad?
You hearing this? 2,000 providers just committing horrible fraud, and you're going to sacrifice all of us for it and get us all sent to concentration camps. Professional victims. Well,
Did you notice? The professional victims started with like, oh, poor us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't feel safe. Poor us, we don't feel safe. And now his security needs to step in, because this guy is like, forget that he's professional victim. He's like now like going on him, right?
yeah, Nick should actually probably flip that. Why are you spreading hate against me? Oh my goodness, it's like you're trying to get me killed here by saying that I'm going to send you to concentration camps. Now people are going to want to kill me. Oh my goodness. Got to do that quick, Nick. Come on, Nick, man. It was one thing when you're in Congress. That's not your groove, man. Right here, this is your element, man.
You stupid?
I'm not stupid, you're stupid. Where's the transportation company?
You see, he called me stupid just because I'm a Muslim. I can't believe it. He's saying I'm so stupid. I should be in a concentration camp because I'm stupid and I need to learn to concentrate.
Anything happens in Minnesota, it will be because of you. It will be because of you. If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick.
Did you hear that? If any Somali ever gets hurt in the state of Minnesota, it's because of that dude, Nick. He just said it. If any Somali gets hurt in the state of Minnesota, it's because of Nick.
Why?
Because
Why?
he spread hate.
How is that hate?
Because he's exposing fraud and saying that all Muslims should be sent to concentration camps.
How is that hate?
Because you're not letting us do what we want to do.
Yeah, that's why it's hate.
Yeah, that is.
Why it's hate.
Fucking Shirley.
This
If any Somali,
is about
if
fraud.
one single Somali gets hurt,
This is about fraud,
it's because
sir.
of you. Sensationalizes. You son of a bitch. Sensationalizes.
Wow, you're
Get
very
the fuck
nice.
out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the fuck out of our
Sir,
neighborhood.
can you tell me where the transportation?
That'll be Julie in 5 minutes from now. You're not spreading love, David and Hatun.
Fuck out of our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Get the fuck out of here.
It'd be like free country, man. Free country.
Calm down, sir.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I take it back. I take it back. You know, earlier security was stepping in, and I was like, "What? This guy's just talking." Okay, they're trained security. Maybe they saw something. Because this dude does seem. What do you think of the? If Nick didn't have security right now, what do you think the odds are this dude would be right on him?
He would be on the floor. He would be on the floor.
Yep. Hey, you know what's funny?
What is it?
Because you were in the UK all that time, and you guys say floor.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that was from Johannes when he said someone was attacking Jay or something like this, and people said, "Where were you?" And he goes, "I was on the floor." And I was like, "Why is he saying floor?" Hey, everyone who's watching. In the UK, if you're on the ground, they call that the floor, even if it's outside. I always found this interesting because people don't know that. I heard that from Johannes, and then I heard it, and I thought it was just Johannes who said the floor instead of the ground. Then I heard other people say it and stuff, and then I was like, oh, they say floor for ground. So yeah, I never heard that before. Here, the floor is just if it's inside. It's just if it's inside a house. If it's outside, you say on the ground and so on. But in the UK, they say floor for all of it. I don't know. I always think that stuff's interesting.
But it is not my fault if you are racist, David.
You see?
And it cannot be my fault if you are just playing with the words so that we do not focus on this Somalian fraud. I know what you are trying to do. You are playing professional distraction game. It's not gonna work on me. It's not gonna work on me.
And I apologize for calling for genocide against all British people for saying floor when they mean ground.
Yeah, you don't want us. You don't want us.
This is about fraud.
You wanted clicks?
You're
You got
sensationalizing
clicks.
yourself,
You
sir.
wanted clicks?
You're
You
sensationalizing
got
yourself.
You wanted clicks? You wanted the YouTube?
Tell me where the transportation
you wanted
vehicle
YouTube
is.
clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the
transportation
fuck out of our
vehicle is.
community.
I don't think he's getting out, dude. I don't think he's leaving.
I was gonna make a point on that part. So he thinks he owns whole city, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you. We don't want you here. Get out. This is ours. Since when?
Yeah,
Who give you that? Like, since when? Oh, because you are involved with fraud, so you cannot have outsiders in your Sharia zone?
Yeah, that is last time I checked, that is a public sidewalk he's on. That's called a public sidewalk. That means it is open to all the public. Who says you own that spot, man? And he has to get off it. See, this is what Somalis do.
Tell me where the. This is about fraud.
Motherfucker.
This is.
Say I don't want
This is
Muslims
about
here.
fraud.
Say I don't want Muslims here.
Does this guy not realize Nick just made him famous? Well, he made himself famous by walking up to him, but
Say it. Say I want to change the Constitution.
No, I don't
and
want to change the
freedom of
Constitution.
religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. Relax. That is what you are
Sir,
arguing for.
we're not talking.
Change the Constitution.
This is about fraud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Get the fuck out of our community.
This is about fraud.
Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, why do these Somalis have such potty mouths? These guys, is this what they taught you at the Leering Center? Huh? They teach you to talk like that at the Leering Center? Huh?
Fucking idiot.
Tell me where the transportation company.
I keep pausing because I think he's done. And I just hear more and more and more.
No, like while he's going with all that like different vocabulary, Nick is like, where is the transportation company? You're not gonna distract me. I am here for the transportation company. Where is it?
It's like, I was just trying to get a ride, man, at the transportation company. You guys just start yelling at me, man. Tried to get my kid enrolled in a little, daycare. You said there's no place and he wouldn't have any friends. I just tried to get a ride out of town. Okay, I'm going to click on this again. I hope this guy's done.
Is then.
Get the fuck out of here.
I can't win, man. I can't even play this anymore. What is up with Minnesota, man? You can't even play a video on the street because their language. Okay, I think we're done now. Wait, had that guy just stopped his car and jumped out the car and came and talked to? Was that the guy?
No, I think that guy just came like while he got out of the this unique transportation shop.
See, we're back.
For this video, we had to get security because look at this now. All right.
Look at that, guys. I was just saying it. I mean, this guy made one video and the whole town sees him as public enemy #1 now. Wow. Hey, look, coffee shop with no coffee. What's that say? A law.
We're going.
You have to go from here.
But there is no transportation company in there. Fraud.
That place is called Mashallah.
There were no transportation companies.
No, none.
This isn't about racism.
Well, let's say, we can't say no. We'll just say there were as many transportation companies as there were daycare centers. 0.
Against religion. This is about fraud. We're fighting fraud here. We're not fighting a race.
Well,
You don't need
and
to
this is
defend
what
yourself, Nick.
happens when you put a spotlight on fraud. The people who are benefiting become extremely violent, and the Somalis are the most violent people I have ever met in my
Did
whole
you just
life.
hear what he said? That dude is 100% racist. He just said
No.
He just said Somalis are the most violent people who've ever lived. What?
Okay. So here's the problem. Outside, this guy wasn't even helping out Nick, right?
Yeah.
He was just observing things. Now he is in the car in a safe spot.
Yeah, you see, that's how these Somalis are. I'll tell them to their faces. Yeah, don't let a Somali come up to me like that. I have something to teach him. Yeah, he wouldn't mess with me like that. Yeah, you saw how he was cussing me, right? I mean, he's cussing you. They wouldn't do that to me. Yeah, you didn't see them say a word to me, did you? Huh? No, they came at you. They ain't messing with me. They ain't no better than messing with me. No, for everyone defending the guy. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
Because he couldn't answer the question. Where was the transportation company?
He wouldn't answer the question. All he did was make it about race and then issue threats.
Neither business was there or operating, and giving a very conservative estimate based off of David's numbers and other numbers online, it's fair to say each business is operating with an average of 20 vehicles and with a much lower and generous rate of $25 per trip. And with 10 alleged trips a day, each business is pulling an estimate of $1.3 million in gross revenue. And with those 2 locations alone, there's over $2.6 million in estimated fraud.
All right, we're going to the next location.
What's interesting, Nick, is that one of the places we just visited, the 617 Cedar Avenue South, that's for Dreamline Transportation. That's the address listed with the state of Minnesota. But the place that we're going right now is going to have vans that say Dreamline Transportation on them, but they haven't moved in months and months. You'll see they're covered with snow. There will be no tire tracks. And so, why?
Hey, man, it's a slow time. What the heck, man?
Yeah, but they're charging $25 each trip and minimum of 10 trips each day. So it doesn't matter if the business is slow or not. They are charging that.
Well, I don't know.
Like,
Nick's ruining the entire community, taking all the fraud money out. Now no one can afford a ride. So you can't blame them for not being able to. You're ruining everything, Nick.
This address and all that was in there was a liquor store. And he told us to talk to the guy next door, and those were all just mailboxes. And then the guy next door said, go talk to him. I said, we just talked to him. Obviously, the cover up, and you see how they all stick together, and it's all this intimidation.
See that? He just said all black people stick together.
And thank God we had the security we did there, because that would have been bad.
Now we're outside of this transportation vehicle company right here.
Yeah, and so you can see these are the vans that say Dreamline. You can see the sticker on the window and the numbers on the rear. None of these vehicles have moved in 8 months. I've been taking date stamp photos.
Oh, yeah, look at the snow there. Yeah, I was like, hey, they got stickers, so that seems legit, but no tire tracks. Maybe it just snowed like that morning, though. I don't know.
8 months. 8 months snowed every day.
Says the guy who says that every Somali is the most violent person he's ever seen in his entire life. How's that even possible?
So if it snowed every day for 8 months, okay, then very basic human thing to do is don't send bill to government. Don't ask them to give you $25 for each trip, right? Because you haven't worked. Your cars haven't moved. You haven't used petrol. You haven't, I don't know, do any other things.
That's why they need the government money.
Because they haven't done anything?
Yeah, if you're not doing any work, then you haven't made any money, so you need the government to pay you.
Yeah, not pay you for the petrol you haven't used it.
Well, maybe it's to keep themselves warm and look at all the snow.
Yeah, they sleep in the car, right? Yeah, life is very hard for them. We can see
These vehicles are in the exact same spot they were 8 months ago, and look, there's no tire tracks, so they haven't moved.
And this van,
it snowed yesterday.
This is Dreamline. Dreamline was the location where we got chased out from the Somalis on 617 seater.
He said Somalis are chasing us everywhere. What?
They got the wrong parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So their parking is like in the different place now.
See, they do have all the cars. They do have all the cars. See, he's over at the other place and he was going, hey, there's no cars here. This can't be a transportation place. And then he's busted. He found all the cars. He found the missing cars.
Yeah, in a different location. Yeah.
And let me just say, Hatun, you keep defending this Nick guy and his other white friend. Oh, shocker, both white. Let's just say if people were saying this about Turks, you might have a different response.
Why?
I'm just kidding. You probably agree with it because Turks are messed up.
No, we will never have such a thing like this. If Nick comes to Turkey and then try to expose all the kebab shops or all the things happening in the mosques, probably he will be like cooked as a kebab and no one would even know he got lost in Turkey. So there won't be any evidence, David.
Yeah, that's why you don't see this guy going after Turks, but they're going to say Somalis are violent when we know who they're really scared of.
This is a vehicle from Dreamline that actually didn't even exist. It was a liquor store, and now it's here, and the vans haven't moved at all. Literally, no vans and no tire tracks anywhere. If these vans are being used to transport people, whether it be healthcare, childcare, there would be snow tracks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 vehicles here. No snow tracks anywhere. These vehicles are not being used, and these transportation companies are making lots of money. Meanwhile, there's actually nothing to show for. Here's all of the vehicles right here. And the vehicles that are coming in and out, like this Toyota, it does not have anything to do with transportation company because there's no stickers on it and there's snow tracks. But the vehicles that are supposed to be used for transportation are literally locked in. Snow is building, icicles. No one's even came out to remove the snow off the window. These transportation vehicles are not moving. And then right here, David has more paperwork for Silver Mountain. And there's 3 different companies in the same ad.
Silver Mountain Home Healthcare. So they're back on healthcare. Okay, Silver Mountain Home Healthcare. Silver Mountain Home Healthcare Inc. Hey, look at this. It's Silver Mountain Home Healthcare Co. Silver Mountain Home Healthcare Inc. and Silver Mountain Home Care LLC. Awesome. Lots of Silver Mountains.
Yeah.
So when we talk about how all these companies are intertwined, this is a perfect example of that.
And this is why these transportation companies are so essential to the fraud in Minnesota, because they allow the fraud to be supported, as the majority of the fraud is from welfare programs like daycares, autism centers, and adult daycares, and healthcare services. They need to leave a paper trail to make it look like something is happening. Therefore, they use these transportation companies to create that paper trail by saying they're moving people from an adult daycare to a healthcare provider, for example, but they actually never provide the service at the healthcare provider. But
dang, so that's what it's all connected. They're all saying they're all doing stuff for each other and together, and none of them are doing anything. Wow.
Yeah.
that paper trail allows them to continue to bill the state for the money, and everyone gets paid. That's why this fraud is so deep and hard to dismantle, because
hey, U.S. government, I drove around 7,000 old ladies places last year. Where's my check?
quite literally everyone.
Do you live in Minnesota?
No, I'm moving though. I'm moving.
Yeah. Once you move, and then you just need to change your color and religion. Well, you can get away with the religion, more lots of Islamic things. Just change the color. Yeah, that's more than enough.
That's all. I'll just say that all the time.
Is involved.
And it's all because the state of Minnesota never checks.
All right, so this is actually the location for Silver Mountain Inc., LLC, and Co.
Oh, all three
Let's
of them.
see if any...
Same house.
Yeah.
Yes, we're wondering where Silver Mountain.
Silver Mountain?
Silver Mountain.
Oh, I don't know that. Where it is?
It says 2722 Park Avenue.
All of you, get out of here.
Where
Is
is
Silver Mountain here?
Fuck Silver Mountain. You don't have a permission to do that.
Okay,
You
so
were
Silver
ju-
Mountain does not exist.
You were
No, the name.
doing.
The name.
There's 3 Silver Mountains there, and you don't even have 1 Silver Mountain when there are 3?
Yeah, and none of them exist and to get out.
You don't have the right to.
The name's
I
not
don't-
fuck
don't-
Silver Mountain. It's just Silver Mountain.
Don't ask
Home
me
Healthcare.
that. When you come.
All right,
So
sir.
Silver
Well,
Mountain?
so
This
Silver.
is not a waste.
So
That's
Silver
not the
Mountain
way
does
to
not
make a
exist.
business. You're making a
2722
business.
Park
You have
Avenue.
millions of people watching you.
Silver
You're making
Mountain.
business to
Okay,
600
sir.
people.
2720.
You have millions of people watching right
Yes.
now. Where is Silver Mountain
I don't know
Home
where
Healthcare?
Silver Mountain is.
Okay, well that's what we're
But
looking for. All right, we're
me
moving on.
sitting there-
So Silver Mountain does not exist. David, we're just simply asking
Wow.
for where is Silver Mountain Home
Can't
Healthcare?
find any of these companies. I mean, this is shocking. 3 companies.
Guys, can you imagine the government sending piles of money to these businesses? You go to any one of them, what? There's no such place here.
So they recognized him, and all they did was kick him out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great opportunity to just correct him if he's making any mistakes. Great opportunity, but you are kicking him out from your. It's supposed to be like care house. It looked like more hotel or mansion, something like that, right?
Yeah, and I just saw a problem with all these guys saying that this Nick's anti-Muslim. Look at all the security guys. You see it right there in the middle, wearing burqas, showing solidarity.
They're supposed to be in that building, and he's never heard of them. He doesn't know anything about them.
And look, so
Look at it. All the security guys wearing burqas. See that?
they don't exist there. Right there, Somali Senior Center and Adult Day Services, a daycare right there.
It's like every block there's 7 daycare centers, 12 12 transportation companies, 5 medical centers. None of them ever do anything.
These welfare companies are in the same location, but their businesses, that business didn't even exist.
It's all fraud, all of it.
So right there is a transportation company, no passenger, just a driver.
Hey,
How come you think when it comes
this is
time
your
to take
driver.
accountability for what's happening, or just to answer simple questions about the fraud, they can't answer?
Well, I think their reaction tells you all you need to know. The reaction is so violent that if there was no fraud going on,
You see him? He's still with it. Every Somali's violent.
they'd say, what are you talking about? They would have a civil conversation.
That's what we were pointing out. We haven't seen. What are you talking about? It is a real daycare center, and I can show you. We haven't seen that once.
Someone
But
put
they
in
can't.
the comments very fun.
They what?
Someone earlier when we were discussing whether we should watch all of it or not, someone put in the comments that there will be proper daycare center in the clip.
Oh, really? Well, I know there's the Leering Center that has added an N and is therefore 100% legitimate, but okay.
Because they know we're shining the light on the fraud and they have no defense. So in their mind, being loud and using profanity is their only defense.
Because I'm trying to give them the opportunity to say,
That in their defense, they were taught that at the Leering Center.
where are the transportation companies? Where are the daycare? Where are the children? Where are the companies now? Yet they can't answer.
And to this point, Nick, the transportation companies we've been to, we haven't seen a single vehicle at any of them. In fact, some of them don't even exist. We can't even find them. We're going to the addresses that are listed on the Secretary of State's website as their business address.
This is a massive parking lot here. We're gonna go ask them where their vehicles are. They should not have any excuse as to why they don't have their vehicles here, other than if they are out driving right now. And what's the story behind this business?
Well, this business,
We'll see how this one starts and see if it's interesting after that. I definitely want to get to the Leering Center.
is new as of March of 2024.
Brand new.
It's Mohammed Malim is the
Always going after the Muslims. You're proving that other guy's point, man. Just going after Muslims. Oh, everyone, Muhammad. Just like with the grooming gangs. Oh, Muhammad.
registered agent for 713 Minnehaha Avenue East.
Me and David headed into this building, however, the owner was not there.
We're here at the suite of Epimonia Transport LLC. There's actually not even a sign here.
Well, you're the one who makes fun of their signs. You're literally the one who makes fun of their signs. Now you complain they don't have a sign, so you can't make fun of it?
Anyone here? It looks like there's a guy over here. Let's see if we can talk to him really quick.
This always goes well.
Do you know about Epimonia Transport here?
So there was a transportation company here in 305 for a long time, even before I joined the building a few years ago. He's never really here. I've seen the office a couple times. There's barely anything.
Thank you for blurring his face. They'll never be able to identify this guy in the building. It's a great mystery. This guy's totally safe forever now. He doesn't stand out at all.
Same building, long hair, white.
He's like the wind. We blurred his face. He'll never be identified.
In there but a couch. And then I see him maybe twice a month at IF, so.
And there's no transport vehicles outside. Massive parking lot, but no transport.
I've never seen one. I've been here for 3 years and I'm always here. I'm a workaholic. I'm just nonstop here, so I know everybody in the building, and this specific space here is probably the most sketchy out of any other business here. Everyone else is here, they're friendlier. He just pops in and out.
For instance, this guy Muhammad, he should have his business in 308. There should be transportation vehicles outside. There's nothing.
That's weird that you say 308 because he's always been in 305 for the last 3 years.
Wow, so he's even lying on his public records.
Or
that's different guy.
Or he has a problem with counting because he went to the Leering Center.
Government.
I would assume if he was to make and doing fraud, it makes sense to switch it up and throw people off track. It would be the
Dude, you're literally in the same building with him. What the heck? Well, hey, are you guys going to blur my face? So this guy's not going to be able to find me, right? Because some of these guys get a little ticked off and you expose their fraud. So they're not going to be able to identify me. No, we're going to blur your face. Okay, I know. Gosh. Oh, boy.
Thing somebody would do, I would think.
So since the fraud has started to be exposed, Muhammad has left the scene, and that guy just said, he confirmed that there was never...
And after the night of Al-Zut, Muhammad left the scene.
been transportation vehicles outside. So Muhammad has completely left the scene. He's nowhere to be found.
Muhammad has left the building.
This parking lot, massive parking lot, actually never even had any transport vehicles according to the guy who lived or had his office next to Muhammad. How quick do you think the fraud would dry out here in Minnesota if they were to cut?
Notice, he didn't emphasize everyone else's name this much. As soon as someone's named Muhammad, though, it's, oh, yeah, Muhammad. And you know Muhammad, the fraud guy? Yeah, Muhammad. Yeah, him, Muhammad. Yeah, and he didn't have Muhammad's supposed to have all these cards, but Muhammad doesn't. He really likes that Muhammad name now.
Out the transportation side of the fraud.
I think it would have a massive effect, and that the signal that would send would let people know the party's over.
Because if me and you were to go to the doctor, we'd either have to find a family member, drive ourselves, or pay for an Uber. How come they even have this set up?
Yeah, I tried to arrange a ride with one of these Somali transportation companies. They said they were all full. So now we're at 2832.
No, so there's no place for Joey at the daycare and no place to get a ride from the transportation center. So, yeah, the car's been parked for 8 months and no tracks or anything. But sorry, we're too booked. We're completely booked for the next 10 years. So booked. We're so booked. Wow. This bad.
13th Avenue South in Minneapolis, and there's supposed to be a non-emergency medical transportation.
All right, I think we get the idea here. I want to see the Leering Center. Leering. Hang on, let's see what this guy's going on.
Advanced Mobility is in here. Huh. We got Spices. Is Advanced Mobility here?
No, we never hear of Advanced.
I don't think you guys are allowed to record it.
Do you know where Advanced Mobility is?
Suite 224.
She's recording over there, so. Suite 224.
Did you hear his response? Notice they all start recording him now when he shows up and stuff, and they say, "You're not allowed to record." He goes, "Well, she's recording."
Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Do you guys know where Advanced Mobility is? Advanced Mobility? Yeah, we're looking for it. Never heard of it?
Never heard of it. Wow, sad.
Oh, my name is Nick Shirley. We're just looking for Advanced Mobility. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
That's what we're asking for. All right, we're looking for Advanced Mobility. Nobody can help us right now. We got a whole group of people trying to get us out of here. We're looking for Advanced Mobility.
We don't care about Advanced Mobility.
Advanced Mobility doesn't exist.
Hey, all you Somalis, I was on your side at first, but now you're being too mean to this dude, Nick.
We don't care about it. We don't care about it. So everyone knows him. Within a month, everyone knows who he is. Probably everyone watched his video. They recognize him. As I said, he's very brave to go back. He's very brave to go back with these innocent questions, right? Where is this place? Where is this place? And they've got great opportunity to expose him if he's lying, if he's putting anyone's life or anyone's job in danger. Great opportunity. But what we get out, get out.
Yeah, can you imagine? He's looking up. This is the address of the business. Go up. Hey, where's this business? Shut up! Get out of here! We don't care about that. Get out of here! Every time.
Get the fuck out of here, man! Get out!
They've got the little kid coming.
Now they're pushing us out of here. Where's Advanced Mobility at?
I have to say, Nick might be the kind of person where he just keeps coming back. Say, this how they treated Hatun all these years of Speaker's Corner, and she just kept coming back, right?
That's what we're asking for.
Get out!
Would you like to give a statement on where Advanced Mobility is?
Go ahead. Get out!
So Advanced Mobility is not anywhere here. We're leaving, sir. Would you like to give a statement on what's happening here in Minnesota?
You make stuff up. This is a lie. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
This is Nick Shirley.
Guys, if you're out there and you're exposing fraud and they say, "Who do you work for?" you look right at the camera and say, "Justice."
Let's see what he's gonna say.
And that's it. That's 10 million. That's 10 million views right there just for that line. That gets clipped. I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna show these guys how it's done. Look, all these guys recording. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you putting this on your TikTok? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, we're recording you. Okay, he's getting millions of views. You got 7 followers on TikTok. Come on. No, really? Seriously, what they're doing while they're getting all this? Because they're passing it around to all the other Somalis. Hey, look, here's what's going on. Be careful. Hey, cousin. Yeah, they just came by here. Might be stopping by your place next. So,
yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised now. People sees him on the street and then just comes out of the car and deals with him.
Well, he's got security.
That's you?
Yes, sir.
But who do you work for?
For Nick Shirley.
I don't care about Nick Shirley.
That's who he's working for today, Nick Shirley.
This is from the
We
state
don't
of
care. We don't care
Minnesota.
about that. Get out of here.
And see, you guys say I can't film, but look at you guys filming. You can do that. You can film here.
Advanced mobility doesn't exist.
Well, so what was interesting was we walked in there.
I wonder if there's an actual business anywhere in the state of Minnesota.
And on the state's website.
Okay. What happened to the Leering Center? Leering. I don't even remember where I saw it. This, I think, when he's asking people on the street, that's from what I've seen, that's normally people he says, hey, what do you think? Should we call out fraud? Yeah, we should definitely call out fraud. Because these are the people who are paying their taxes, and then it's just being scammed away. That should be upsetting normal people who are paying their taxes, and it's all just going to scams and fraud. Let's see what this guy
But they
says.
don't actually exist in person. Would you like to see anybody in the government here held accountable?
Most definitely, because there can definitely be an allocation of funds.
And what's your message to Tim Walz?
Make a change, because there's definitely, even when it comes down to like the kids and stuff, there's definitely stuff that like we need spaces for the things that are going on that they're not doing. We need these type of spaces for it. Now this is some crazy stuff. But I'm glad that you bringing light to it. It is a crazy, interesting situation.
Hey, what's up? What you got going on, man? Hey,
Okay,
keep the false narrative that you be going on is a nonsense.
You should get in your car because
you should not be doing that, right? You are creating misinformation. This is not fair. It's not fair for the American people to be doing that.
What's the misinformation? Like, again, if he is falsely accused at daycare center of not being a real daycare center and falsely accused at transportation center of not being a real, every last one of these people could sue the crap out of him, or at least show him why he's wrong.
So did you see he jumped from he just like stopped the car in the middle of the road, and then come to talk to him, right?
Yeah, friendly conversation.
Okay. Yeah, he will have evidence now.
Yeah, he's going to come refute him. Watch this. Watch. See, we haven't seen this. Watch this. This dude's going to bring out the receipts. He's going to be like, boom, Leering Center. That's where my kid's been going his entire life. In your face, it's real. Here we go.
It's not fair. It's not fair what you mean. You cannot be doing that. You're not being fair.
How?
This country is built on fairness. You're not being.
It's actually cool. The dude he was talking to and interviewing is like standing there and is actually just standing in between them there.
Fair.
Yeah,
you cannot come into the community and be doing that.
So we shouldn't allow fraud to be happening, right?
Let the legal system do its job.
Well, it's failed.
We got a governor.
Yeah, darn
we
right.
got an attorney general. Let them do the job.
Do you hear this? Let all the people who've been letting us get away with fraud all these years continue not doing their job.
You're not in a position to do the job. You're not a prosecutor. If you want to run for office, go ahead, run for office. But you cannot be doing this. This is misinformation.
I vote Nick Shirley for governor of Minnesota.
How is it misinformation, sir? It's from the
This is what you're doing.
state
You're
of
coming
Minnesota.
You're coming everywhere. Where you coming from?
You see what I mean? We're talking about the facts that's happening here.
I wonder if that's a real fire engine in that place since nothing's ever real.
Go to minute around 36.
Minute 36. Are we finally getting to the Leering Center?
So it looks like that's around minute 42, but there is some actions looks like happening. Like, so I think he started with like, okay, calm visits, and then he started being recognized. And then by this stage now people called one another. Nick is here. So therefore cars are stopping on the roadside and then coming to expose him, right? And then you, like I just did the skim watch. So things looks like getting a little bit tension like that. There are other people are confronting him stuff. So now everyone heard he's in the town.
Well, he should have taken Julian's advice and just let anyone get away with anything they want so as not to cause all this hatred.
Hopkins Child Care Center.
Uh-oh. Back to child
This
care.
facility is licensed to hold 118 children. So this should be a really big facility.
Yeah.
And this year alone, they have received $2.25 million from the state of Minnesota.
Quite a bargain for all those
And
kids.
Last year, they received $1.92 million from the state of Minnesota.
Inflation?
And
Gotta go
this
up.
facility, in the past 5 years, has been in the top 10 for the most money received from the state of Minnesota.
So there should be
Probably
plenty of
top
children.
notch.
There should be footprints of children walking in and out.
This should be a very busy place, yes.
So this right here is Hopkins Child Care Center. They're receiving over $2 million a year. All of the windows are completely blacked out. You can't even get in. And for a place that's supposed to have over 100 children, there's no footprints anywhere going into the store. And it's locked.
Can you imagine these dummies? This is after he did one a month ago. And they didn't like just, could you at least, guys, put some little footprints? Look, it's very simple. You go to the store, you buy some tiny little shoes. You go to Walmart, buy some tiny little shoes, and then you just make prints on the ground. You just make some prints on the ground. And then when he shows up, it's like, oh, there's prints on the ground. It's totally legit.
Midday right now. This is the back side of the daycare. We're ringing the doorbell right now. See if anybody comes. Hello, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, sir.
Get out. Okay, listen. Get out. This is our business.
Yes,
What are you
sir.
looking for? We don't care what you do on the parking lot.
Go
Go this side.
Yeah.
This private.
Can't knock on the door
I
of a
can be here in the
daycare?
parking lot.
No. You don't be here.
Wait,
What are
can
you
we
looking
ask
for?
you about the daycare? It's all right.
What are you
It's
looking
all
for?
right. Can we ask you about the
We don't
daycare?
care about anything. No. I don't care, Ken.
Sir, I'm not racist.
You have to live here.
I'm asking
No. You don't ask me nothing. man.
$2.25 million.
Get out, you guys. Get out.
$2.5 million.
Get out.
Guys, everyone, can you imagine? The government gave these guys millions of dollars for their daycare center.
Get out, hey. Get out. What are you looking for?
We're asking. We just want to
Get out.
We just want to ask you about $2.25 million.
Get out.
Fuck you say.
Get out. Get out, guys. Get out.
You cannot do that.
They got the shake in the background. Look at her shake.
You cannot do that.
Where?
Get out.
This is
Fucking get out. No. Get lost. Get out. No.
Sir.
You have to get out. This is our property.
Islamic
Can I
Leering
ask you
Center.
about the daycare? I have the paperwork right here.
No. Get out.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
Get out.
Can you answer the question?
Get out. No, I don't ask you any question. Fucking.
You
guys,
can't.
get out.
You can't answer the
Get
question.
out. No. Who are you?
My name's Nick
Who are you?
Shirley.
No, I don't give a shit. Get out.
Could you?
They keep giving him the opportunity. He doesn't do it. Who are you? Turn. Justice.
So this is daycare for kids, right?
Yeah. I would definitely want my kid to go to this daycare.
Do you want these individuals to be in charge of your kids in the daycare?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
If they are
Yeah.
doing that, don't be racist now, David.
No. Look, I'm saying
No.
my
If you don't
my
like
oldest
your
kids, they came out like just like born tough. They were just born tough. My youngest kid, he's like really sweet and stuff. So I need to toughen him up, send him to this daycare center, let them train him for a while, and he'll be like, "What? What's up? What's up, Dad? What? Get out of my face!" And then be better off.
Brother, you don't have to hate your child that much. You can give him for adoption. That's much safer. So
Hey.
look at this gentleman, right?
Yeah.
They work in daycare.
You see the shake? You see the shake back there, by the way?
Yeah. So just a second. So this guy is like with his coat, right?
Mhm.
He's working in daycare inside the building, and his coat is on him.
It's Minnesota in the winter.
He's inside, David. He's not playing with the kids outside.
Yeah, but
And then you've got other guys. So where are the ladies in this daycare center? Why this old guy looks like shake is in daycare? So what are they doing to these kids if there are kids in this daycare? So therefore, doesn't matter how much your child needs to be toughened up. Put your child for adoption or something. No to the daycares. Like, I'm someone who believes you need to treat your child the way Israel needs to treat Hamas. But even with that mind, I'm just like, no, this place is not safe for your child. Probably they heard Nick is in the town. They just like, okay, let's go to the day center. He might be coming and checking us out. Just wait there. If they are wearing coat inside of that daycare, imagine how cold that is for your kids. pipes probably frozen in that daycare center.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, all the kids can have coats on too, so they're good.
Could you answer the question?
No, I don't.
What's the need for $2.25 million for a daycare?
No, fucking $1 million. Don't worry about it. Get out. Get out.
And it's licensed for 118 children, but I don't see any footprints of any children here. I don't see
everything with this dude's all tire tracks, footprints, tire tracks, footprints, tire. It snows all day, every day. I love this shake right here. So this is the shake. This is the shake of the daycare center. He's got 118 kids.
Any footprints of any children here?
Get out. Get out. Fucking guys. Get out. No, you're not asking me nothing, man.
I'm just asking you about what we're seeing here.
No. Get out. Get out our business. Get out.
Sir,
this is my property.
You have millions of people watching right now. Can you say what's the need for $2.25 million? And where are the 100?
This guy's making an awesome case. I'm like, I'm not sure who's right here. They're both making really good points. It's the best debate ever.
It is amazing that he's not passing this gentleman to his sheikh. You know, when Muslims don't know how to answer, they say like, talk to my sheikh, talk to my sheikh. And he is like, sheikh is in the background just recording.
They do like to record out there. That is interesting.
18 children.
Motherfucker, get out.
Sir, I'm just asking you a simple question.
Get out. No, you don't ask me any question. Fuck it. Get out.
You have the opportunity to answer.
No.
What is up with their language in Minnesota?
Get out. Get out. Our business, man. Get out. Get out, motherfucker. Get out.
Sir,
get out.
Just answer the question.
No.
That's why people don't like you. It ain't because where you're from. It's you guys all use very, very harsh language. You don't need to.
Get out! No, get out! Leave!
Sir, just answer the simple question.
Hey, don't touch me.
I think this dude must be that other dude's brother from earlier.
You too, man. Get out!
All right, code.
That's some. They have some bad parenting, guys. It may not be their fault.
Has been given. We're out.
Get out!
All right, we gotta get out of here. Sir, just answer the question. Where are the children? No footprints of any children around here. No footprints of any children. They can't even answer the question. We gave them so many opportunities. We gave them plenty of opportunities. Just answer some simple questions. Millions of people are watching.
Just one time. Just one time. One time. I would love for him to just once. Hey, you know what Muhammad called Ethiopians? Golden opportunity over and over again. He never takes it. He could call himself Justice, and he could ask every last one of these guys what Muhammad called Ethiopians.
They came out with guns blazing. All we want to know is where are the children? 118 children, no footprints in the snow. All of their vehicles were sitting there with 2 feet of snow on them. They haven't moved in months.
Really? 2 feet? Did you measure it?
The windows are all blacked out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing at all these daycares. 4 men came out, yet they couldn't answer the simple question. We had it right here. 118 children.
It's adult daycare.
$2.25 million is here.
Welcome to Minnesota.
Now this daycare center.
That's awesome. That should be that should be the tagline. Welcome to Minnesota.
How much money has this one received?
So this child care center is called Proud Child Care Center.
You said it was Leering Center,
Hatun, which is a very high income area. It's a further out suburb from Minneapolis.
Well, it's almost there. It's already almost at 41 here. So this must be quick.
There are a lot of multi-billion-dollar homes.
So this is a rich area, so we know it's going to be top notch.
And this child care got $1.25 million in funding in fiscal year 2020.
Oh yeah, guys. So that's weird. They got $1.26 million in funding for 47 children, and it's in a rich area.
It got $1.08 million last year. It opened in 2021. Let's go see if we can find any kids.
There should be at least 40 children here. Looking at the snow prints, does not look like there's any snow prints.
That's a lot of prints there, though.
Children.
They got you busted.
These windows are completely blacked out. Let's see if we could just talk to somebody.
Is this all I need to do? I just go. I go to Minnesota. I get a bunch of black poster board. I put it all over the windows, and I get $2 million.
My son Joey into daycare here.
He's back to Joey. See, he's still fighting for Joey. Joey's stuck at home all day, every day. Wants to play with some other kids. This guy keeps fighting for Joey, little Joey. They said that's the wrong question. What? How's that the wrong question?
Well, do you have a paperwork where I can enroll a child? Oh, my name's Nick Shirley. I was wondering if I can enroll a child. I have a son named Joey. My name's Nick Shirley. Yeah, I'm just coming.
This how they treat parents, man?
Out and seeing if I could enroll my child, Joey. We just want to get a statement as to
potential customers. Their customer service is amazing. In a rich area, imagine this. Like in a rich area, you would expect people to say like, "Hi there, sweetheart. It's lovely to see you. How can I help you?" But in rich areas, like, "What do you want? Where did you come from?"
Yeah, I have to say, I don't think any rich people are sending their kids here for daycare. Can you imagine that? Now, maybe it's just different culture. Maybe Somali culture, like the meaner you are and the more you curse and scream at people, like the better it is, right? So you just know, you learn quickly. You just tell them.
Well,
See, like when I got to New York, for the first time, so ended up, I was going to Fordham. I had to go up there and find an apartment, and stopped at I took a friend from school to help me go look at apartments and stuff, and got up there, and we got to New York, and we stopped in a diner. And I go in the diner, and the waitress says, I forget what she said, our specials today are such and such, and brisket. And I go, "Oh, you got brisket?" And she goes, "No, I said it just for the fun of it," right? And I was like, which I thought was hilarious, because I like that, right? So I thought it was funny. Then, so then we get an apartment, and I had to get some coaxial cable for the cable and stuff like that. And then, so anyway, I was just walking, and I find a tiny little hardware store. Like the aisles were barely enough for me to fit through and stuff. And so I'm walking down the aisle, and all of a sudden I hear this guy behind me goes, "Can I help you?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm looking for some coaxial cable." And he goes like this. He goes, "You kidding me, right? You kidding me? Oh, you're a funny guy, right? Huh? You funny? Huh? You joking me? Huh? You joking me? Looking for some coaxial cable? What is this? What is this right in front of your face?" And anyway, I learned like everyone's a jerk, but no one means anything by it, right? It's just like, it's accepted that everyone acts like a jerk and is extremely sarcastic. And I loved it. I thought it was awesome. So what I'm saying is, maybe this is a different culture, and they're like that, where the meaner you are, especially to parents, the better a place it is. And that's why they can have a rich place in a rich neighborhood.
Well, I think there is also one lesson every father, including you, should take it from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said your youngest is not as tough as he's supposed to be, so you are willing to give him into the hands of that sheikh and that gentleman, versus Nick. He's got this joy. Last time he spent whole 41 minutes to find for care place for Joy. Whole 41 minutes. And he just, in this episode, he just saw new daycare. And who comes to his mind first? His son, Joy, right?
Mm-hmm.
See how much he loves his son, and he doesn't want to give up on his son, David.
Mm-hmm.
Lessons.
I have to say, though, in the defense of this place, I already just laid out my best case for why they act the way they do. But look, little kids' chairs, I see them right there. They got a car seat, so you know this is a high-quality place for kids. Safety first. Safety first. I got a car seat out front to let everyone know. Safety first.
No. They are outside. They are not even inside the building.
Yeah, they want you to be safe, like, even outside.
Yeah.
And, like, they're so cool, and plus it's a rich neighborhood. Like, hey, if you're a parent and you show up and you don't have a car seat, we got one waiting for you.
Okay, so I think here's what's happening. Different ways of looking at it. They watch that whole 41 minutes video. They are at mosque, and then they need to come up with plan. Plan is, from now on, if you've got day center, go and stay inside. Make sure you've got the equipment, put them, everyone can see it. They might come back. People might come back to check it out. Kind of be there. Be there for the difficult days of Joy. He might turn up one day. So they just started the things, and then Nick turned up before they set everything up.
It's interesting. So apparently God Logic, Sheikh Uthman said he was going to be in Vegas, where God Logic. I think this is what happened. I haven't been totally following. I know Sheikh Uthman is going to be somewhere, and it was around God Logic. So God Logic actually went to find him, and then couldn't. But some people are coming over from there, and someone said Logic said he's done with Uthman. He doesn't want anything to do with Uthman anymore. That's pretty. Yeah, everything's a game with him. Everything's a game with him, and I really liked PBD's response. Just, dude. You're never coming on the show. You're never coming on the show. We offered you a chance to come on and debate. You refused. You backed down like a coward, and then you lied and said we said things that we never said before. I do not play that. That's what PBD said. He said, I don't play these games. I don't play games. Whereas we kind of play because, we're YouTubers and it's kind of fun. Like, oh, he's scared. Oh, he says he wants to debate. Let's go do it. And it's kind of fun. But eventually it just comes a point where I'm not playing that. I got better things to do than play hide and seek with Sheikh Uthman.
Well, I haven't followed all that discussion stuff, but I think we all need to kind of know that Sheikh Uthman is like very busy gentleman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like probably he's very busy stealing someone's wife, or setting up his ketchup business with partnering with daycare people. He couldn't make it. It's very difficult job to steal someone's wife, right?
Yeah, and then
choking
his wives. Yeah, choking his wives, smashing bowls over their heads, pointing guns in their heads and stuff like that, all that stuff. And then, of course, the faking the hate crime, that can be, especially when you keep, expanding the story and stuff like that, that can be very time consuming. So you can't blame him for never debating. He's got a lot of stuff going on,
Yeah, like, do you want God Logic who is going to ask those innocent questions? Or you want to keep yourself busy with like stealing wives, setting up ketchup business with Somalian fraud individuals, or playing with the guns? Which one would you choose? More logical one is stay away from God Logic as much as you can. Good choice.
Someone just said crazy guy came to confront God Logic in the parking lot. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe Sheikh Uthman's treating God Logic like these guys treat Nick Shirley here. What are you doing here? Get the F out of here. Get the F out of here. No, he doesn't have to debate you. No, he don't have to debate anybody ever. He's a hero of Dawa, but he don't have to debate you. Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
All right.
Why?
This has got to be short because it's about to be Leering Center.
$1.26 million, and if it's even possible to enroll somebody like my child,
Joey.
My imaginary child, Joey.
Oh, you just said imaginary. Whoa! See, I was wondering, is Joey real and just using his kid's name? And now it was all fake. Wait a minute. How's he accusing them of fraud? How's he accusing them of fraud when he lives, his whole life is one scheme about trying to help his little kid, Joey? Okay, look, they were doing all kinds of fraud, and so he's got the moral high ground, but now they're all scammers. Everyone in Minnesota, including Nick Shirley, is a scam artist and a fraudster. Oh my goodness, poor little Joey. Hatun, we're about to take up a collection, about to do a GoFundMe for little Joey so he can get a place for daycare, and Nick Shirley was just going to pocket the money. He probably gets money from the government for little Joey, and little Joey just doesn't even exist. It's crazy.
Let's continue.
Even give
all right.
a paper to enroll a child into the daycare, just to show that you guys are a legit business. It would debunk all claims if you could just give me a piece of paper saying where to enroll a child. You can't do that. Okay, well, thank you very much. And I hope this place actually is holding 47 children because you guys are receiving $1.26 million in this year alone. So have a great rest of your day. They won't even give us a paper to enroll a child. Could have done.
What's that?
So did you pick up the quick conversation? I want to register my imaginary Joy here, yeah? And then lady says, that's not your business.
Powerful.
Can I get a paper to register my child? No.
I'm a guy who tends to think the government's really stupid and incompetent, and that there are people out there scamming the system. And so I had zero clue None whatsoever that it was this bad. Like none. And guys, I've been to prison. I've been around all kinds of scam artists and every kind. It's like I had zero clue.
Maybe you need to move to Minnesota for 6 months to get trained by Somalians.
That some people are going to start doing that. Be like, hey, you know, I'm here in Louisiana, and I'm going to send my buddy up to Somali. I mean, a little Somali. I know Minnesota, and he's going to learn from the best. And I'll come back here, and I'll run this state, man. I'll bleed this state dry. All right, now we get the Leering Center.
All their claims.
Finally,
they can't even do it. One of the big talks about the fraud is about Quality Leering Center. It's a daycare that has
available Quality Leering hoodies available in description.
99
They're wearing
children.
them.
Instead of Quality Learning, it says Quality Leering Outside. But the big controversy about the Quality Leering Center is that Somalians, after the video went live, they all of a sudden started shuffling children into the daycare.
Look, see the sign? You can see the end now. You can see the end. So it's probably too, yeah, so they're letting the paint dry, but watch, as soon as they pull that off, it's going to say Quality Learning Center.
The commissioner of children of Minnesota was on a live stream saying they had closed the daycare a week ago.
Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
So it's closed over a week ago, and then their kids are going inside.
No, this is a mistake. We close Leering Center. We close Leering Center. Learning Center here now.
How much money has this place all received? And what's...
This is the one that's licensed for 99 children. This fiscal year, they've received 1.9 million. And in fiscal year 2024, they had received about 2.2 million. So about 4 million in the last 2 fiscal years.
Not bad.
We're up in the Quality Leering Center, 1-800-FRAUD.
As
now it had been confirmed that this place was closed down, and now they're shuffling children into the daycare.
So Tiki Brown said this facility was closed.
Oh, she said a week ago.
And now magically it's full of cars. So how can it be closed if people are coming and going?
Fraud. Why do you have everybody?
Okay, this is the owner right here.
There you go. That's the owner of Quality Leering Center, which is let's just say Quality, the center formerly known as Quality Leering Center. All right, but now it's Learning Center. But this is the super genius.
You guys can report. So how come they said this building was closed? We're trying to speak to the owner. They won't even answer a simple question. Look, now he's going inside.
Sir, don't run though. It looks suspicious when you run, brother.
No.
And you can smile, but bro.
Sir, I'm right here.
Suspicious what?
I'm right here.
Don't do that.
I don't see anything suspicious.
You can't defend the fraud.
Oh, come on. At the daycare doing, not at the daycare doing the middle finger though.
We have like 100 cameras on.
What's that?
There's it says Albi Kitchen or something.
Yeah, what's up with the Albi Kitchen?
Next to daycare.
Both of these people have interesting ties with politicians inside of Minnesota. For instance, the man who's running the daycare, he was celebrating with Mayor Fry after he won re-election of mayor inside of Minneapolis. And then this lady right here seems to be a friend of Ilhan Omar, as she has photos with her outside of a restaurant. And she also has videos of her giving a tour to a separate daycare to Mayor Fry. It really makes you wonder why these politicians haven't fought against the fraud, knowing that it's happened in locations like Quality Leering Center. Meanwhile, they're taking photos and celebrating with them at events.
What's your message to you on the fraud?
Okay, that's just evil. You guys catching that?
So, there's nothing wrong to be friend with the politicians, David, especially if they are giving you money, especially if you are taking money from them. It is good. Those are good connections, people. Don't believe in David. Don't believe in David. Those are good connections. If you want to be in the fraud business, okay? If you want to be in fraud daycare business, those are the individuals you need to be friend with. Yes, dancing is haram all in Islam, but with the kafirs, everything is okay. Get into the business, be friend with the mayor, and then she's senator or something, congressman or whatever she is, and be friend with her. Those are the source of the checks. You want to be friends with them because this is good business. Fraud is good business. Fraud is bad, but as a business, it is good business. Yes, David, what is the moral lesson here?
Well, yeah, I was wondering what the connection was, if it was just payoffs and so on. But when it's this guy's friend with this guy's friends and partying with the guy who became mayor, all of a sudden, you know, and this lady's friends with Ilhan Omar and stuff, it's pretty clear. It's in order to get elected, I need a bunch of votes to win against the other person. You get the entire community to vote for me, and I will make sure no one ever, ever, ever looks into your Leering Center at all. Never going to happen. And all your friends, all your cousins, all their businesses, their transport services, their daycare centers, their medical center, all that stuff, no one will ever come a-knocking. Just put me in power. You'll get millions and millions of dollars. Just put me in power. I will take care of you. And what happens? You have to have someone come out from outside, and he just goes around and exposes it all. And all these politicians, need to be some serious investigating, like interrogation. Get that people. Hey, what is your actual connection to the mayor? Tell us now.
And that lady was apparently showing another daycare place. Probably she's getting commission or something every time she kind of causes daycare to be open. You just need to check all those kind of things. But and another thing here is that daycare is being closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is functioning because they just put the right letter in their title. They closed that one, same owner opened up brand new one with the better spelling. Money comes without pause. There is no freezing of any money. Money comes in without pause.
They don't like people making fun of their signs. So he fixed the sign. What's the problem?
It's not fully fixed, actually. If you look at the sign, they are working still on it.
They're still working on it, you know. It's winter. Got to give people a little time.
So they close. So man who is owning the daycare closes the previous one down and sets up in exactly the same location with adjusting the name with one letter and continues to take the millions. Great business.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, as far as the Quality Leering Center guy, we did have someone speak out in his defense, pointing out his demeanor exudes competence in the education of kids. Yeah, I mean, when I saw this dude, I was like, yeah, I don't want my kid going to that other one. I want him going to this one. This guy knows what he's talking about. Good stuff. All right, have we seen enough, Hatun? Are you still convinced that Minnesota is the greatest place in the world?
Yeah, if you want to run a business and then become richer and richer with the money of the kafirs, perfect place.
Who doesn't want that?
Well, some of us has moral values, right? Some of us accountable to Lord Jesus Christ. But the ones who are not, yeah, it's a great business. Make your way there. Be friends with the right people. Set up with these learning centers and make sure you are fully booked.
I'll take these last super chats. Jay Pendragon says, I didn't intend violence, only refuting the false love. These people try to portray Jesus as teaching. So he's the one who said Jesus said he came to bring a sword, not peace. Yeah, Jay Pendragon, I agree with you. That's just not what that verse is talking about. So, yeah. Can you give a commentary on Luke 22:36, second half, and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one? Well, you have kind of two different views on that. So very common to say that's talking about self-defense. I don't believe that being a Christian, it doesn't mean you can't defend yourself. So could be that. But you also have that it's about fulfilling an end-time prophecy, and it's about Jesus' followers. So Jesus talking to his disciples. This is right before he's taken captive and so on. And and tried and sent to his crucifixion. But it says, he said to them, "But now if you have a purse, take it, and also a bag. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one." So if you just stop there, it just sounds like self-defense. If you keep reading, you get the possibility of the other interpretation. Well, 'cause listen to what he says. But now if you have a purse, take it, and also a bag. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. It is written, and he was numbered with the transgressors. And I tell you that this must be fulfilled in me. Did you catch the next part? Right? He says, go get a sword. Why? I'm going to be numbered among the transgressors. The transgressors here would be people who are looks like they're rebelling against the Roman Empire, right? So you need swords for that. And you can actually continue reading. It says, the disciples said, "See, Lord, here are 2 swords." He says, "That's enough." For what? To fight the Roman Empire? 2 swords? Really? He's going to multiply it like the breads and fishes and so on? Anyway, I'm not saying that's the I think you could read that anyway. That's either way. That's my view, but yeah, that'd be my commentary. And the follow-up here, voice of Mr. Makey. I don't know who that is. Frauds. Oh, that's a South Park character. I don't know the voice. I haven't seen it enough. I know it's MK. It's something like MK. Fraud's bad, MK. I'd have to listen to it, guys. I haven't seen any YouTube clips of that in a while. Absolutely wild that he's basically conceding that fraud and Islam are synonymous. Brain smooth as the black stone. Yeah, I'm exposing fraud. Oh, so why are you against Islam? I'm here against fraud. Yes. Why are you attacking Islam? In the Offspring voice, Quran, you got to keep them Oh, that's funny. I didn't know it was called the Offspring, but I could get the song. Quran, you got to keep them desecrated. Quran, you got to keep them desecrated. Yeah, wait till I'm going to try and get first video out tomorrow. Fraud, 6-year-old marriage, unaliving non-believers, feel bad for me and give me all your money. I was hired by Julian to show love and not hate, man. Please don't expose us anymore. My free freeze. Yeah, it's Julian, everyone. That was like a masterclass on logical fallacies. Oh, which one? Because this was from earlier. Let's see. Please, more on words of Jesus, Luke 22:35, to sell his cloak by swords, used as advocate of violence versus Isaiah 53:9. He had done no violence. I would defend women in my family as Jesus defended his temple. Well, it can't be a call for. You've had Muslims use it that way. You see, he's calling for violence. He says, get a sword. They say, hey, we found 2 swords. He says, that's enough. That's enough to get you numbered with the transgressors. That's not enough to fight the Roman Empire. So unless you think Jesus was trying to do war, but he's really, really, really bad at it. Serious question. How do I love this kind of human person when I don't want to not love them? I don't know what you mean. How do I love this kind of human person when I don't want to not love them? Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. David, it's queering center after all Momo's example. Ice baby. Yeah, that's all of Minnesota. Somalis are a paid foreign army for Dem votes. I have to agree. I'm in your walls, David. We got a wing-a-ling in my walls. I'll zoot transportation. Owner, David Sagata. That would be funny. Hey, if I were governor of Minnesota and someone named their transportation, I'll zoot transportation, I'd let them slide just because it would be funny. Hey, that place looks ripe for one of my new pork-based restaurant franchises, either a Hal and Al's all-night doner or an all-hammed ooh la la.
Or you can simply just get those kids from the daycare and then cook them over and then give it out. Nice soup.
That works too. Don't forget, only 6 zooting days till Zoot Celebration Day. Yep, I got a good video for that. This is for kickbacks and campaign donos, not just votes. Yeah, that makes it that even makes it worse. So it's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to look the other way if as long as you vote for me. It's even worse. Hey, I'm gonna look the other way and make sure you kick some of that money to my campaign and give me an envelope every now and then. The fraudster said to leave it to the Attorney General, who's Keith Ellison, a guy who was subpoenaed for this mess. Oh, I mean, I've known Keith Ellison for years. Guy's always been an evil scumbag. Evil, 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 lying, horrible scumbag. Everything I've ever heard from him. Idea for Malik challenge, doll's clothes. Doll's clothes. What do you mean? Oh, on the Quran? I don't get it. On the Quran? Doll's clothes on the Quran? Usually the joke is 5 guys come out of a bar, not a daycare center. Yeah. They don't look like daycare workers. I don't know. There's some creepy shake in there. I'm pretty sure they called the daycare a mosque. Did they? I might want to check that out. That would be fun. No, this is a mosque. It's no daycare. It is daycare for Muslims worshiping Allah. So a mosque. My lawyer has advised me not to comment on the Somali peoples. That's smart. Thank you, Avid and Hatun from Thank you, Avid and Hatun from a graduate of the Leering Center. It's the best place to learn. John 18:36. Please, can you read this? Thanks. Not for you, Julian. I quote that verse. Pretty much every debate. On Christianity versus Islam and what they have to say about violence and so on. But that's Jesus saying his kingdom is not of this world. And apparently, Julian thinks that means if someone's raping a bunch of 12-year-old girls, you let them do it so as not to hurt their feelings and spread hate. Stupid. I told you, congressmen don't know fraud is bad. I'm starting to think so. They may all be getting kickbacks and so on. Gosh, pretty creepy. How many Somali kids have leering disabilities? That's because they don't go to the Leering Center. Just a question, but can't politicians get into serious trouble? I would hope so. And it's pretty darn creepy if they don't. I'm not American, so I'm not too sure how things are done there. No, you can get in all kinds of trouble. It's just it's kind of like the situation with Malik, right? You got and really any Dawa guys. Malik's the one who really exposed it and snitched on a bunch of people. But apparently, all the Dawa guys know all this messed up stuff they're doing. They're going out and they're handing out Qurans and then they're hitting the clubs and hit their words, smashing hoes and running trains on girls and stuff like that. They're all doing this. They can't tell on each other because if they start calling each other out, then people snitch on them. It's like, you can't call me out because I'll tell what you're doing and so on. So I'm guessing the politicians who should be doing something about bad politicians, people probably got dirt on them too. And that's how screwed up this system. Is. All right. Any final thoughts on all of this, Hatun? I'm sure you're loving every day. Of all the fraud being exposed. If there was a reality show of just all the fraud, I think Hatun. Hey, Muslims, you want to get Hatun off of your religion? Leave you alone? Just come up with some reality TV show about all this fraud and have people behind the scenes giggling. Oh, look, I got another $1 million from those stupid white people. And it would be Hatun's favorite show ever.
When I first watched the video of 41 minutes, I was a bit shocked to see, even in America, that where leaders are stealing, lying, and simply feeding in bad way people. And this is like the clip we watched today. Sadly, I'm not shocked anymore because just I picked up, this is very normal. It is very normal. It happens in lots of part of the world. some parts are very funny, like literally like these innocent questions are being asked and these very aggressive responses are given. Those moments are very funny. Someone is asking like, okay, I want to kind of bring my child in here, and then he says like, why, where did you come from, why are you here? Like, people had opportunity to simply express what they have been doing with that money for 10 years, and there was no one picked up that opportunity to respond. So that silence and that aggression speaks for itself. Yes, there is something dodgy going on, and it is heartbreaking to see that politicians are actively involved in this. Because when we kind of look at our life, when we look at, we kind of see the people who we vote to lead us, be our rulers, they are the ones that we hire them to serve us, right? And then you kind of look from the example of Bible, like King of Kings comes down to serve us, and then you just, yeah, that's what good leaders should be. We voted them, we hired them to serve us, but what we are seeing is, no, their intention is to be in the power, stay in the power, live in that power, enjoy that power, simply, intentionally turning blind eye to the need of people, just selecting certain people group and turning blind eye of what they are doing. And I don't think system is the problem. System is already corrupted, but I don't see that as a problem. I think problem is our hearts are very bad because we forgot the Lord. So when you run away from God, when you run another way from the Lord, this is what happens. This is what happens. And it is sad. Millions of people work very hard, right? And then you pay lots of money for your tax, that you expect that money is going to fix the road. You expect that money is going to help with your child's education. But no, you find out actually, no, that money is serving only certain people group. And this people group simply, it's called stealing. And it is wrong in every level. And I think only when our leaders are shaped and changed by the crucified King, this kind of hunger for power will stay. Unless they change by the crucified King, it's going to stuck like this. It's going to stay like this. Until our hearts changed, your money is going to go to people which it's not belong to. And overall, it is very sad, but this seems the reality. Corrupted leaders supposed to serve us, but no, they're not serving us. And it is another heartbreaking part of this stream is figuring out that there is no joy. It's just an imaginary child who can't even get a place. That's sad. That's sad. When people worship themselves as leaders, everyone else pays the bill. I think that's the bottom line. When you are your own God, everyone else pays your bill.
And so we have Natha here saying Nick's mistake was not naming his kid Muhammad. Yep.
Oh yeah.
If he said, hey, I'm trying to find a place for little Muhammad, little Mo, little Mo, things would have been right. And we'll let Julian have the last comment here. You are ripping their books, dude, which causing them to rage. When did I ever rip a Quran? Hey, Julian, go back to the first time I ever did anything like that at all. What caused it? What caused it? Mohammed Hijab said he was launching his campaign to not go after the ex-Muslims, but to go after their wives instead. And I said, if you do that, here's what I'm going to do. Took a bite out of the Quran. So if you want to go this route, that's what we're going to do. And if you really want to go this route, I'll make a website called pissonthequran.com and start posting videos daily. Want to go this route? What happened? They backed down. And I am really glad you were not in charge back then, because they'd still be doing it left and right all day, every day. They would have been doing it all along if we just hadn't said, you're not doing that, dude. You're not doing that. We will escalate. But you keep being stupid as possible and telling people what to do and trying to convince people that, look, you're either insanely stupid and delusional, or you're just fake and trying to control us. And your real name is, some Sheikh Uthman fan or something like that. But really, and that's the problem. That's the problem. You have Christians whose ideas are so insanely bad and stupid, they're indistinguishable from someone who is completely fake and trying to portray himself as a Christian in order to deceive Christians. That's how messed up it is when they're indistinguishable. David, you'd have to be cuckoo to want to work with so many Turks. 2 is already World War III. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, it is hard. I do have a 2 Turk limit. It should be a 0 Turk limit, but, I'm trying to make peace in the world, trying to make peace, and got to try everything. And if people can get along with 2 Turks, world peace doesn't seem so impossible anymore.
Just wanted to make a quick point on, if I can. I'm asking for a permission. So we watched today's video says almost 15 minutes. We haven't watched all of it, but overall in that 51 minutes video, why none of those people are getting angry because there is fraud there? Why? Why they are not upset about it? They are professionally playing victim card over there. Why none of them stepped up, even the owner of the care center? Okay, if there is a fraud here and it is in the name of our community, we need to clear this up. Why there is no rage for that? But for a stupid book that puts the life of human beings in danger, and human beings are being murdered because of that stupid book that causes stress to people, they should they better go to gym or something, go and punch certain boxing things or something. Like, people's priority is just wrong. And millions of are stolen from people, and there is no rage of that. Like, people are quite okay with that. No one is complaining in this video. Oh yeah, this brother did it. Let's go and expose him. Let's put him in prison. Let's get the money back. Nothing. Someone's book is being tear apart. Oh yeah, my feelings are being hurt. Just like wrong priorities.
Yeah, and I have to say, nothing produces more extremely screwed up priorities than Islam. And as Hatun was playing, hey, why isn't the Somali community rallying around Nick and saying, thank you for exposing all of this evil fraud? Thank you. Now everyone can, work and pay their taxes, and those taxes will go to good purposes and not to Somali terrorists and so on. Why? Like, why would you be on the side of evil? That's your community. That's your community that is being defrauded. It really seems like, because everyone's either in on it or they got a cousin who's in on it and so on. But yeah, I mean, think about that. Let's use an example. You had the child abuse scandal in the Catholic Church. If I hear there's kids are being abused, I'm way more concerned about the kids being abused than I am about someone exposing it. It needs to be, if it's happening, it needs to be exposed. I would think people exposing it, that's good. It needs to be exposed. I would be way more ticked off about the abuse than I would about people exposing it. Flip the situation, grooming gangs. Tens of thousands of 12-year-old girls being horribly abused. Finally gets exposed. What did you hear so many Muslims complaining about? Islamophobia. That's what they're not about the grooming, not about the rape, not about any of that stuff. They were mad about things being exposed. After every terrorist attack, what happens? Oh, you're using this for Islamophobia. Why are they way more angry about people criticizing the terrorism than they are about the terrorism? I'm not even talking about like the ones we would call extremists or something like that. I'm talking like an average Muslim. He gets more upset that you're saying, hey, you got a problem here. Look at this terrorist attack, man, than he does about the actual terrorist attack. It's weird. Really, really weird, wild stuff. If a bunch of Christians started going around slaughtering people in the name of Jesus, I would be way more ticked off at them than I would be against anyone who's exposing it and calling it out. And suddenly you get to Islam and it's anything they're doing, no matter how disgusting and reprehensible the behavior is, the real bad guy is the one who's exposing it, not the ones who are doing the horrible, evil stuff. 6666 stuff. We had Susie Q here say, evil only top when strong men stand against it. Yep. Christians in the West don't know what love is. We equate love with affirming any sin as long as it doesn't harm me. Yeah, that and being nice. That's what Jesus meant. That's why he was so nice to the scribes and Pharisees and so on. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm not sure what we got coming up this weekend as far as live streams go, but we got some fun stuff that we recorded today at the Quran Demolition Ranch. So going to try and get some of that edited. And we got a channel. There's a channel for it. Quran Demolition Ranch. And the only time that channel is relevant is when people are crossing lines. If you're debating, I got no problem. If you're even being mean, got no problem. You have to seriously cross some lines to where we have to check you. But now's one of them times, ladies and gentlemen. Now's one of them times. All right. Catch y'all later.